Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
Hello, everybody. Happy Fukong Friday. It's our favorite day of the week, and we are here to talk some more shit.
We made it to Friday.
We made it to Friday, doing our favorite thing, talking shit. It's about Laura specifically. I mean, sometimes I guess we talk shit about other things, but not really. Mostly just Laura.
Yeah.
How can you not? So hello, everybody. Let's say hi to everybody, and then we'll get into what we're covering today. Hello, Pam. Pam's listening on an appointment. As she says, don't forget to like the stream and show love to Llama and Buffy. That's us. Our very own CCL rock stars in low navigators. I don't know about the rock star part, but yeah, why not? Why not?
Rock star in my own head.
Right? I mean, we can be. Laura says she can be whatever she wants all the time. So why can't we? I guess it's fine.
Dream big.
Lady in Gray, good morning to you. She's finally here for a live because she had to work all week, which is lame.
Yay.
I know, nice. Winks and Wilts, hello, babes. Hope you're doing well. We are. I am today, so that's good. I had a hard time getting to sleep, but then I finally did. I was watching The Burbs, the new one that came out on Peacock. It was really good. It's a little bit of a slow start, but then it takes off a bit. And I was like, oh, this is fun. I've
seen the previews for that. I've been watching House of Villains.
Oh, I haven't gotten into that yet because I don't know half the people. Most of the
doesn't
people,
matter.
So
doesn't matter. I don't know him either, but it's a good show. It's like Big Brother, but a little.
Doesn't Joel McHale host that? Because I am obsessed with Joel McHale.
Yes, he does.
Ever since I was a teenager on the set.
Oh, and how is it taking you so long? Or like never?
I love him.
It's very fun.
Hi, Dave.
It would be as fun, but it is.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. Hi, Dave. Hope you're doing well. Hello. Greetings from Poland, from Inactive. That's what we're going to call you. We're going to call you In, if that's all right. In7. Hello from Poland. Oh, wow. That's amazing. All the way from over there. Wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hit the like. That would be great. And there's Ville Marie. Hey, babes. You're finally able to join live. I love that. I love that. I know we kind of do it at a weird time during the day. A lot of people are at work. So it's always nice to see you guys pop in when you're just usually a part of the replay crew. Hi, Dan Montana. Hope you're doing well today too, babe. Dan Montana's here. Well, you guys, yesterday was a very interesting day in coverage. We had we'd watched the Owens versus Gillespie hearing, which was stupid and lame, and because this has been going on for like 2 years at this point for Greg, and the judge basically was just like, you know what, we're just gonna you both filed dismiss for summary judgment, and that's just what we're gonna do. Nobody wins. You guys figure out, attorney fees or whatever, and come back to me with those, which was really frustrating. And I'm sure Greg was very frustrated by it as well because her claims were so bogus. And I feel like that judge just didn't. He looked at it and was like, this is messy.
He seemed bored by it or
he
over it before he even got into it. Or annoyed, maybe is more the word.
I don't know. I was very disappointed in that. So Greg's case is almost over. And it was just, I don't know. It was very frustrating to see again, because while it was a win still for Greg, in the sense that, he wasn't found guilty of abortion, coercion, or whatever, it also wasn't a vindicated win, And I felt like he deserved that because he had been fighting against it for 2 years. And he had Woodnick on his team, and they were doing a lot. And for some reason, this went on for 2 years. I don't understand how it wasn't dismissed earlier. So that was very annoying. I was not happy about that. Then we read about some of the Scottsdale detectives who ended up not referring her claims of DV with the prosecutor, and they were just like, no, we're done with this. Then we listened to some more phone calls to the police, particularly one from the FBI, because Laura and her mom contacted the FBI to complain about cyberbullying. But the FBI called in a welfare check for her because she was throwing around, suicide and shit like that.
It's funny that they had no idea that saying things like that would ultimately bring about a wellness check.
Right. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? And she's
Right.
done it many times. It's not like they don't have experience with what happens when, you tell anybody in a position like that or a mandated reporter exactly what happens.
Right.
Laura loves throwing it around all the time. Oh, it's 5 p.m. over there in Poland. So perfect. Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah, we did that just for you guys.
Oh, and then we had our first body cam. Let's talk about that because that was really eye-opening. One, to finally see the home in general, which was something. The police said it smelled really bad, like horse shit everywhere because there's a bunch of horses right there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting.
On a relatively small piece of property, I guess the smell would be very overwhelming. I mean,
And there was no grass or anything. It was just like
well,
dust
it's Arizona.
everywhere. I know, but that can't be good for horses.
Oh, horses would tear up the grass anyway.
Oh yeah, I guess it's true. I don't have horse money, so what do I know?
I mean, I may have or may not have been a horse girl in a previous life. So,
horse girl. But then we got to meet Jan, Mama Jan, which was interesting.
She was not what I pictured.
Yeah, she was weird. It was weird. Okay, because like the police show up. She wasn't sure if they were the police because Laura has been going through so much harassment online. It's a very complicated story, but can I see your police cruiser? And then she's like, oh, okay, fine. I don't know why you're here. And they're like, we're here because the FBI fucking called us and we're here to do a welfare check on Laura. And she's just acting like, oh, I'll go get her. Blah, blah, blah. Like no big deal.
And it took a long time to get her.
Yeah, it was
in
weird.
my opinion. If like the cops are here to do a wellness check, I would be like, I'm good. Like, let me hurry up and get out there so I can show you that I'm good. Like what the heck?
Right? Exactly. And so then they go get Laura. Laura comes out looking like shit. She does not look good. Oh, boy.
Look.
I kind of love that for her though. That's her first like body cam.
I tried to put my hair up like that last night just to see. And I was like, no, I won't even leave the bathroom like this. Nope.
No, we don't want to look like Pepper, thanks. But that was amazing. Wink says, yeah, not good for the horses. They need space to graze. Okay, I thought they ate like grass or something. I hate that they have 7 horses just locked up in the heat in Arizona with no space. Less than an acre lot, I think. Yeah, I think it was less than an acre that they're on. And it was like, we learned that from the construction case. Wink says the first welfare check, they didn't even put eyes on Laura. It's so messed up. Well, we got another wellness check body cam we're going to be watching today. So, oh boy, I can't wait to see that. But in it too, they were just like, oh yeah, this has been going on. The internet is so mean to us. Reddit's mean, these content creators, these abusive exes, just on and on and on. And like the whole time, Laura is just like to her mom the whole time as she's talking.
I know it's like my it's like I make a lot of comparisons to my teenager, but like that's my experience is like I go to a doctor's appointment and they'll be like, so why are we here today? And she's like, go ahead, mom. And I'm like, I'm not you. Tell them.
Yeah. Yeah, she let her mom do a lot of talking. Hi, no thanks.
Like, I don't know what you are feeling and thinking. Talk.
Right? I mean, she's 33 years old, for fuck's sake. Come on.
I know, but
and
she's
this is
so
happening
arrested.
To her.
Development.
Mm-hmm. She is. Sean says, Jan, I don't know why you're here, Laura. My mom helped me submit the report to the cybercrime division, right? It was so weird and so bizarre.
You think Jan was like, move over, I got this.
Probably. Or she was like, I don't want her talking so much so that she can get in trouble or something, fall back on Laura.
Very much.
Kimber says her 36-year-old son still does that. Minnie says the bonus love trapped episode last night made me so angry with Jan's BS and the cops not actually checking on Lo. Ooh. I'm at a stopping point on Love Trap just so it doesn't affect where we are in the story. I can't wait for us to get past some of these parts they've already covered so I can go watch it as well. Because I've seen people's comments and I'm like, oh my God, what is it? What is it? I need to know.
I am the same way. I had to stop because I was like, no, I'm spoiling myself way too much. I don't want to know too much going forward to where it's like, I don't know.
Oh, people have a lot to say about the last two. I mean, they've had a lot to say about all of them, but I guess the last two are really just what the fuck. So that's what we talked about. Oh yeah, and Laura had a blog post about her battle against cyberbullying and online harassment. And it's like, girl, you put yourself out there. Like, why lie here? So that's what we covered yesterday. Today, we're Greg Woodnick and Isabel Rainey have come into the chat because Clayton did have a lawyer, Deanna Arena, for his Part 2 injunction hearing, who works for Woodnick's law firm. All right, but now Greg and Isabel have come on to the case. So they're going to file a motion on Clayton's behalf to amend his response to Laura's initial establishing paternity, which has some interesting emails that we haven't heard before. Then we got some more welfare checks, of course, and another welfare check body cam. And then Clayton's filing an expedited motion to extend dismissal date. Oh, we'll get into why that's happening. We got some arguments from Greg about, costs that he wants Laura to pay, which are interesting. In Owens versus Dave Neal, Chase J. Jones files a motion to quash a subpoena. Isn't that interesting?
Chase J. Jones, the one you introduced to me in a couple episodes ago.
Yes, Laura's virtual blackface account, that one. Yep.
Wait, so a fake person filed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know, right? Like, how is that not a thing? I don't know. We'll get there. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Hi, 80s. Hello. Welcome in. So that's what we got for you guys today. I'm really excited for us to get into it. Just real quick, I want to show off some of the comments we got from our last video. I thought these were very interesting and good. Jill PX says, I'm confused as to how Greg racked up $300,000 worth of legal fees and Clayton's was much less. Well, Jill, I don't know the answer to that question, except that his case went on for at least 2 years, and Clayton's technically was like 1 year. And I'm wondering, too, if because a lot with Greg's, right, they were trying to prove Laura was a fraud. So we know that Woodnick did a lot of investigating, calling Uncle Joe's office, trying to get a hold of them, trying to get a hold of her, providers in California. They were doing a lot of investigating and, you get paid for that time too. And so I think that that's probably where a lot of his bill racked up. But then since Woodnick comes on with Clayton, they don't have to do as much because of what they've already done with Greg. I don't know that to be true. That's just my guess as to why they're so different.
I feel like I remember something being said in the podcast about like him reducing his rate for Clayton initially or something.
Could be.
Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe that's just how I inferred it. But like, because he didn't have a lot of money to start with. And that was like the big hang up about having him like Clayton being on or getting Woodnick as an attorney or whatever. I feel like that was sad because I thought, oh, that's interesting. He was on reality TV. He doesn't really have a whole lot of money. And usually we think reality TV people have money, right? So it was just.
I think his money was tied up in like property investments and things like that I don't know anything about.
Possibly.
So. But also legal fees are expensive for anyone.
Oh, I'm not making judgments. I can't even imagine. I'm just thinking, I feel like that was where people like they made a comment on the podcast that, you know, he said people thought I had like, you know, thinking I have a whole lot of money because I did reality TV, but I didn't. So.
Oh, yeah, because he had the protection order and stuff, too. That's true. Clayton did have... Hi, Stir Crazy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Clayton had the sleuths to help investigate. That's true. I mean, there was a lot of work. You know, Greg didn't have that during his time.
I can't imagine.
You know, he was basically battling it alone. Him and his lawyers were battling it alone.
Just and that's like really the choice that a lot of people have to make, right? Like you're gonna fight, you know it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
Like, and you have to kind of make, and that's the system sucks sometimes so badly.
Oh, you guys and your lore. I love your guys' you know, OG lore you got going on all the time. That's amazing. Wink says also with Clayton's case, he had us all involved. That was uncovering her crimes and giving all the info to Woodnick, which, you know, people just, you would think trying to prove that someone was lying would be super easy. And it is, but it's also not because they keep on lying. You know, there's just so many layers of lies to uncover the actual truth. And I'm sure that was so frustrating, but yeah.
And
so
people discount the web sleuths.
I know, right? You're always like, they're right as bleh. Sometimes they can do really good. So, you know, there's that. Stir Crazy said Clayton's was a judgment the judge decided on too. That's not necessarily what he spent on legal fees. But I think Woodnick didn't charge for a lot of things, and this was personal for him.
Yeah, I bet it was. Think that Woodnick by the time Clayton came around, it became personal. I mean, like she straight up like accused him of some horrific.
So I guess there's your answers, Jill, from us and from the ones who
they were
around.
Lengthy, but
but it's very interesting indeed. Let's see. So then Nordwood Novelty says, I'm starting to really buy into the idea that she keeps calling in these wellness checks for herself so she and Jan can keep adding to the reports to increase the incidences for all of her restraining orders, because each time I heard them talk, the stories got more outlandish. I mean, that's one of the things I noticed putting together, you know, the timeline of everything that we're following. It's just so interesting how when this is happening, here come all these calls. Here comes all these people are harassing me. I'm going to kill myself. It's a pattern she has.
That's why I thought it was Laura that called that. Because I feel like that's something she would do and say, oh, look.
And like, I'm not saying she wasn't being harassed.
She probably was.
The internet hates you. But it's also the timing. Like, just when you see it all laid out, it's so fucking obvious, you know, because she pulled the Chase J. Jones card the same day as his first injunction against harassment hearing. You know, she wanted him canceled so nobody would pay attention to what was going on, what she was doing in court, you know. So I find it very interesting. She's fucking crazy. Stir Crazy says that, there were actual people from the community that called in these wellness checks, including Dave Neal and someone from the FBI. Yeah, I mean, some real people did, but I also wonder about a few others that were anonymous. And same with Buff. And that's what's crazy, right? Is she gets everybody in this tailspin that you would think, of course, they're regular people. You know, why would anybody pretend to be someone else? But we're here with Laura, and now we have to just question the reality of everything. You know,
I mean,
It's
I don't
crazy.
doubt that people did.
Oh,
I also think she does too.
Actually, Winks and Wilts just clarified that they do know who did all of the wellness calls. So there were 5 wellness calls, and we know who they are. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I believe you guys. You guys are the ones who have, been around. But
I
when
liked
she's
my
calling,
conspiracy theory, though. You ruined it for me. Let me live in my Delulu.
Hello, Amy Hood. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I don't need their real names. I mean, if you guys are like, yeah, I don't need that. They were anonymous for a reason.
I don't even give my real name on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Would you give your real name? Never mind. I misread your comment to begin with. I thought I read would as could. And I was like, no. I don't need that. But yeah, no, I wouldn't either. Not with her. Not with her at all. So, okay. Interesting. And then I'm some lady says Dave did make the airplane joke on I'll Talk with Mike. But what if she was on Malaysia flight 670 or whatever? Apparently he did say that on I'll Talk with Mike, which is hilarious. Yeah. But then she also said that she also sent letters to Law Talk with Mike because of course she did. Of course she did. So more time she has to, email more people. So Boots says real people were concerned about LO. I mean, yeah, and that's what makes me so frustrated with her about her doing these, suicidal claims. And that's because people don't want that on their conscience if something does happen and they didn't do anything, because that's usually people's first thing. Like, I do not want to be the reason somebody is dead, because I didn't act on it. And what pisses me off is that she uses that to manipulate good people. She did it over and over and over again with Mike. She obviously did it with her parents all the time. She's always throwing out that card. And it's so frustrating because I've been on both sides, but I've been on the side where you're not sure if somebody's going to hurt themselves. And it is a horrible position to be in. It really, really is. And so to just fling it out there every time, it's disgusting and it's appalling. Because nobody wants that to happen.
Well, yeah, and then you think it's the one time that you don't take it seriously. It's the one time you wish you had. So.
So those were some of our comments. I'll Talk with Mike tore up her cease and desist, right? The audacity to email lawyers. They're like, are you fucking kidding me? Go fuck yourself.
It was Google. It was like Law Zoom, one of those things where you could like type in, I want to create a legal document, and it gives you one to fill in and send.
Wow.
They have those.
I believe you. Yeah, well, and that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to make people on the internet who had formed their own opinions, because even though she's like, everybody on Reddit is Clayton and Greg, what she couldn't handle was that people were making their own opinions about what was going on. People were choosing not to believe her because it didn't make any sense. And I feel like this was to attack all of those people. Like, oh, really? You don't think I did? Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hurt myself and these babies and all of that. Like, that's exactly what she was doing, because she thought, oh, well, then maybe people won't voice their negative opinions about me anymore. And that's not how that works. All right. You can be suicidal. Sure. You can be suicidal and an asshole. You can be anything in an asshole, Laura. You are an asshole and other things.
I just had that conversation with my husband the other day.
Right. Like, so that's how I feel about her and all that. It just pisses me off because, if something did happen and she did decide to do that, there would be people who haven't, we've known people we've met on the internet, right, that have passed away in our time knowing them. And it's weird, to just know that person isn't around anymore, let alone this entire community. I'm very glad it didn't turn out that way. Listen, I think Laura is a garbage person. I hate her. I hope she stubs her toe every day for the rest of her life.
May she always sleep on the warm side of the pillow.
Right. But I don't want her to harm herself. I don't want anyone to harm her. I mean, honestly, what I want for her is to get some serious help, because both psychologically and physically, I've seen the pictures of her. It's very disturbing how unwell she is physically, let alone how unwell she is mentally. I do think that, that would be best for her. But of course, that's always somebody's choice. But, it's just, I don't like when people do that. Too many people actually do go through with that. Most of the time, they don't tell anybody, So it's just, I just hate when she does stuff like this. It pisses me off. Hello, Just Jen. Welcome in. Hey, guys. Hi, Jen. Oh, thank you, Spinster. You're so sweet. Good morning to you, babe. Good morning.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Right, Winks. Winks says none of us ever wanted anything bad to happen to Laura. We wanted her to get help mentally and physically, and take accountability and have there be consequences for her actions. But that's not wishing bad on somebody either. To be like, I hope there are consequences for your actions, because we all have consequences for our actions. Do I want her to spend time in jail? Yeah, I do. I think she needs that to be brought back down into reality, perhaps. But again, that's not ill will when it's part of the consequences of what you did.
But do I also
and I don't think
want
Laura
her
knows
to
that.
Step barefoot on a pine cone? Yes, I also would like that to happen.
Right. But that's not, yeah, no, it sounds like everybody didn't want that to happen to her. I mean, I'm sure some people out there are different, and that's their prerogative. But I can tell you, as much as I am disgusted by her, I don't wish her ill will, and I do hope she gets some serious help for what's going on, because it's bad. It's real bad. Savage says, wait, you can be an asshole and other stuff? Yeah. Right. Yeah, you can. I know. People like to think that's not the case, but it's like, no, there are different kind of assholes everywhere. So, right. Even Clayton, stir crazy. I know that he's said that as well. And I believe that he means it based on everything that we've learned about him as a person and how he behaved when nobody was watching. I mean, the way he dealt with Laura is a true testament to his character, because I sure as hell couldn't have dealt with her the way that he did, and gracefully, quite frankly. And even now, she did a lot of damage to these men, and he's still just, again, he wants accountability from her. He wants there to be consequences for her behavior. But he also doesn't want bad things to happen to her, because we all recognize that she is unwell. All right. She is in her whole different reality. Some things are off over there. And I think that really, speaks a lot to him. And I'm sure the other guys feel that way too. I don't know that to be true, but considering the kind of men they came out to be and everything, I bet they feel the same way about that. Wink says, yeah, take accountability, but even in the beginning, we just wanted her to get help. Now we all want to see her get jail, of course. Well, and that's helpful too. Sometimes people need it, which is weird to say, but it's true, all right, well, let's get into our first thing that we're going to cover today, because this is fun. So as I said, what am I doing? Messing up everything. So as I said, Woodnick is back on the case now. Well, he's new for Clayton, but he's back in our world. We're still in the year 2023. We're in December of 2023. So we're nearing the end, finally. But there's still so much more to go. Let me make this smaller. Now, it says 77 pages. Most of it's just her blog post and some, trash articles about Clayton that I don't think are super relevant. So don't worry, we're not going to sit here and do 77 pages of this.
Whew.
That's true. Two things can be true at once. Actually, Buffy says that all the time.
I always say that too. It's like my mantra.
That is true.
Can be true at once.
That's true. She always pops in. She's like, well, not to be devil's advocate.
I in our group chats, I'm like, well, two things can be true at the same time.
Well, we all have our taglines. All right. So Woodnick files this on December 12th, 2023. So this is a motion for leave to amend Clayton's response to Laura trying to establish paternity. Now, where we are in that case has been inactive for the last several months since it was filed in the timeline, because they were busy, injunction against harassment from Clayton and Laura protection hearing. And those aren't the same cases or courts. All right. So we're back to the paternity. I just want to have a parenting contract. So that's what Woodnick is here for. I know I get a little confused on which lawyer belongs to which case is still going on, but that's what this one is about. And so now that he has lawyers, they're like, "Ooh, buddy, we got to go in and say some new stuff." Okay. Because remember, Clayton and Laura were both pro se. Well, technically, Laura is still pro se at this point in 2023. And Clayton has just gotten them to sign on for that case, because Deandra was for his injunction against harassment, which is not the same one. All right. So Clayton, through his lawyer, respectfully requests leave from the court to file the amended response. Oh, I forgot to mention too, because this case has been inactive for a few months, a letter or a notice went out to the parties saying, hey, this case is going to be dismissed due to inactivity. And so that's why all of a sudden there's, activity going on. A flurry of stuff happens very quickly because Clayton, you would think, oh, it'll be dismissed, whatever. But no, because Clayton wants justice for this, wreck she's done into her life. Clegg says, I was listening while working and heard you mention someone not being around and thought you were talking about Jeff Legal Vices. No, I wasn't referring to him, but also, yes, that was shocking to see a creator just unfortunately not be around so out of nowhere. But also, yes, yes to him as well. It's wild, right? You get, you watch people all day or you interact with them in chat for hours, and then you just know that they just don't exist anymore. And it's such a surreal and weird feeling to be a part of something when that happens. And it's
even though you don't really know them in real life, it's still it is very that weird feeling after where it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they weren't even sick. It was just a sudden they're just not here anymore, and it's so crazy when that happens. But yes, also Jeff from Legal Vices and his cute dogs. Oh. Who has his dogs? Just wondered. Okay, so the reasons for the amended response are as follows. Blah 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 blah. Respondent's amended response is attached in Exhibit A. Note for clarification purposes, the amended response is not provided on the self-service documents that were initially filed. Any changes are bolded and remainder remains consistent with the initial filing. So the lawyers are just like, we added some stuff, we put it in bold so you know what's new. But then everything else we're still going to say yes to that. And Clayton agrees. So here is their amended response. So Clayton, through his counsel, is amending this response to the petition to establish paternity, legal decision-making, parenting time, and child support, and states the following. All right, so remember, in bold is their new. She had to be so fucking pissed when she found out Woodnick was on this. Oh my gosh. Maybe she just maybe that's why the casita was trashed. Right.
Yeah, I'm sure when she saw it, she was like, oh my God. And that's why she keeps calling in like, it's Greg. It's Greg. It's Greg. Like he's setting all this up.
Oh, that's so sweet about the dogs. But yeah, I agree. So Petitioner Laura has not provided any verifiable scientific evidence that she is pregnant. And all of the DNA tests, I think there were 3, but only 2 because one got lost in transit, whatever, fine. All DNA tests have come back showing little to no fetal DNA.
So how many were actually tested?
I believe 3. So the first one came back little to no fetal DNA. So she sends in another one. That one reportedly got lost in Tennessee or something. Because remember, the place was in Maryland.
Right. I remember that she said one got lost in transit. So she had to do another one. Did she actually do it? Was it actually tested? So 2 of the 3 that she sent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Came back with because I think on the Volo timeline it said December. Another one came in with the same exact little to no. Yeah. Oh, hi Liz. Hi babes. Hope you're doing well. LMP.
So how did she explain that?
I know, right? I don't know. We'll find out. Well, the testing is ongoing, Buffy. Obviously, it's going to be ongoing for 10 years. So the testing company Ravgen Inc. has indicated that it will not release records of the testing without a court order. Okay. Petitioner filed her petition only after Clayton indicated that he did not want to have any relationship with her, romantic or otherwise, after she performed oral sex on him on May 20th, 2023. Now, prior to and following her filing, Laura repeatedly threatened to go to the media about her pregnancy and sent Clayton over 500 messages from different phone numbers and email accounts. Judge, oh shit, y'all taught me how to say her name and I forget something. Kilsis, whatever. Lady judge with blonde hair found
just Judge G.
Judge G. Oh yeah, that's way easier than what I just said. This is why there's 2 of us. So Judge G found these messages and Laura's conduct to constitute harassment when she granted Clayton's injunction against harassment on November 2nd, 2023. Oh, on Top X, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Oh, is this Lauren? Is this the Lauren? Is it you?
Yeah.
I think it is. You're Dave. And you're Dave in the Discord too, aren't you? Or David, whatever.
Yay.
I hope you're doing well, babe. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. I love it. You guys are the best. All right. So a sampling of Laura's efforts to force Clayton into a relationship are documented in part below. Laura drafted a contract for Clayton to sign that promised, quote, for a period of 1 week while determining the best course of action for their pregnancy, Party A and Party B will exclusively explore a relationship with intention. There is no obligation to engage in intercourse if either party is uncomfortable with the act. Who sends somebody this? They've told you no a bunch of times and you're like, you know what I think's going to work? A contract. Yeah. It's me, Greg. We're all Greg.
I have never. Okay.
Right? Could you? Gosh, I don't understand how she gets here. So on June 28th, 2023, she sends, quote, I have offered to give you control over the outcome of the pregnancy if we date exclusively and care for one another. I need to know your decision tonight because I am getting rid of the abortion pills. It's a no, or if I don't hear back from you. So 628, she's what, 5-6 weeks pregnant? So, okay.
But the caveat of we have to care for one another.
Right.
Okay, dating exclusively, somebody can go through the motions, but it's how do you force somebody to care?
That's so funny. How does Greg have the time? We're all Greg.
Is the contract null and void if she doesn't feel like he cared enough?
Probably. You know, she would turn this shit around in a heartbeat. Like, I love how she's like, there's no obligation. But that's literally what the contract is you're obligated to follow it if you sign it. But okay. Oh, thank you, Weeks and Wilts, for the super chat. Thank you so much.
Y'all are going to make me cry all day.
I know. They're so sweet. The amount of unhinged things she was willing to write in emails still baffles me. I can't. Like, I can't even. I just don't know how you just keep escalating and escalating. And I said on our show yesterday, you know, we see this with the guys that she's trying to date. But even when Reality Steve was reading those emails she sent him the other day, it's the same thing of just like pounding people non-stop and not in a fun way. Not in the way that gets you pregnant, you know?
Well, she does. I think that's the goal, right? To overwhelm, like just bombard somebody so that they back down or they give in.
Yeah. Where did she think that this was? Is there a rom-com where this happens?
Oh, girl, you know that was ChatGPT. I need you to create for me a 10-point contract for this. And ChatGPT is like, okay.
You know what I'm going to do this weekend, Buffy?
You're going to make one?
I'm going to ask ChatGPT to make a dating contract for us. That's what I'll do this weekend.
It's like, this is Llama and Buffy's dating contract.
Right?
This is a great way to start off a co-host relationship.
It's totally normal and fine. But if she doesn't respond back to me by Sunday.
And if you don't genuinely care about my well-being.
Lila Larson says, I wonder if she's emailed Steve since his stream. Odds are high. Oh, right. I bet she's pissed. She's always pissed. Though that's the crazy thing, right? It's like, girl, you need to be focusing on your felony. Your 14 felony counts right now. Not worry about what the rest of us are doing. Oh my goodness. So she's like, if I don't hear back from you, I'm not gonna do it, which makes no sense. So Laura threatened to post on her public Instagram account that she was pregnant with Clayton's children if he did not unblock her, and said, quote, if I can't get you to do it, then maybe the public can convince you to. Oh, Laura. Oh, wow. That all backfired in your face.
Yeah, it didn't go the way she expected it to.
No. Again, she doesn't want him to feel obligated, but I'm going to send you these threats constantly that I will ruin your life. Even though she was like, Greg said he was going to ruin my life. And yet she threatens to do that to Clayton constantly, like every day. Now, Laura contacted Clayton's father, ostensibly to convince him to force his son, Clayton, to speak with her. Quote, I have not heard back from Clayton and presume he has still blocked me. Laura, you went to his parents. We know she went to his parents, but it's also like you don't even know these people at all. And you're like, can you please make your son, as if like other people, other grown adults' parents are like hers.
Okay, don't act like you've never threatened elbow feet and said, don't make me call your mother.
No, not really.
Okay, well, so that just happens in my relationship.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, when he finally does, ask his mom about something, she's like, well, why didn't you tell me sooner? And I'm always in the background being like, I did, Peggy. I told him this 6 weeks ago, and he didn't listen to me. I tried, Peggy. No, I don't want to talk to other people's parents. It's weird.
It's OPP. It's other people's parents.
Other people's parents. She wants to speak to the manager, right? You made him, so you got to answer for him. It's so fucking weird. Congratulations. Happy memberversary, Lady in Gray. 3 months on your mod account. I love that. I'd pay to be one of the Maricopa County investigators. Oh boy, I can't imagine what all they have.
I can honestly say that I would be like, can I be on the list to go whenever you have like a phone call? Because I am nosy bitch, and I just want to know all the things.
Exactly. Me too. I will work for free. I already do. So I will absolutely do that for them. Now, while this family case was pending, Laura posted an anonymous blog post on medium.com, which she later deleted, but nothing is deleted off the internet. So, she contacted the news media and made multiple postings on reddit.com claiming that she was pregnant with Clayton's children and including a Dropbox of doctored medical documents to the public. Even though in the other hearing, she was like, Greg and Clayton put it all over the internet. It's the only people that could have done that, even though you literally gave it to Reddit, who, you know, tons of people saved it because that's just how it works.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Lady in Gray, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you. Congrats to everyone that just went, including Lethal Laura's like, I just showed up. Okay.
I know
membership.
They took the link down,
mm-hmm.
But does somebody have a copy of it somewhere? Like what all was on there?
I don't know what was on.
And how can I find that?
And how can we find that? You know who we are on the Discord. Send us things. No, yeah, I don't know, but we did see the Reddit post where she included the link for that. So,
but I know the public, and they went save to my Dropbox or download or USB. I don't know. Somebody's got it.
Totally. Now, despite 2 fetal DNA tests indicating little to no fetal DNA and 1 test lost in transit, Laura posted another medium.com article identifying herself as the anonymous woman on December 8th, 2023. In that article, Laura continues to maintain she is pregnant with twins by Clayton. So the response to Petitioner's petition is to establish that Laura affirmatively alleges, or I'm sorry, Clayton affirmatively alleges that Laura is fabricating pregnancy as well as refusing a paternity test. Clayton affirmatively alleges that neither pregnancy nor paternity have been proven. Clayton contests that Laura is pregnant by him and therefore venue is not relevant. And Clayton contests that Petitioner is pregnant by him. And since Laura is unwilling to participate in a 4th paternity test, paternity and the jurisdiction for determining its validity are unable to be proven or determined. Oh, Justin has a copy and you DM'd us one. Thank you, babe. I love it. I know, right? I'm like, ooh, they got all the goods. They got all the goods. Savage. Happy 8-month memberversary. We're not a cult. Probably. No, I think we're in a Llama cult and we're in the JFC cult now. I mean, I never belonged to a lot of clubs, but I hope we let her, is all I'm saying. Now, Clayton contests that Laura is pregnant by him and affirmatively alleges that Laura has neither proven pregnancy nor Clayton's paternity. Clayton contests that Laura is pregnant by him and therefore there is no legal parenthood to establish. Clayton alleges that only oral sex was performed between the parties. Clayton further alleges that despite multiple requests to do so, Laura has refused to take a paternity test. Remember in her email, I will take so many. I will prove to everyone that you are the father. They can just, however you determine pregnancy, what they do, blood draw, is that it? Oh, I see what she means. I have to accept a friend real quick. It's Justin. Justin sliding into my DMs. How do I do that again? Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, Jen. You're the best. Thank you. So then Laura responded to Clayton's request via email, stating that she would only take a paternity test if the parties were to date exclusively. Laura has threatened that she will write defamatory comments about this matter and release it to the press. But, she's not harassing anybody. It's fine. We're an intentional community. That's right. An intentional community, not a cult. Laura has not established proof of paternity. Upon information and belief, Laura suffers from mental health issues and has caused Clayton to become concerned that she is stalking him. I mean, that's pretty realistic. I think she was stalking Mike. That's my opinion. But we kind of are like, girl, how were you everywhere that Mike was all at once? It doesn't make any sense.
She was stalking all of them, I think.
I think so, too. Now, Laura was not married at the time the minor children were born or conceived, or at least 10 months before minor children were born or conceived. Clayton contests that Laura is pregnant by him, and therefore legal decision-making and parenting time are not relevant. Clayton does not have any information regarding any court action in this state involving the minor children in question that could affect this case, including court cases for enforcement and relating to domestic violence, protective orders, termination of parental rights, and adoptions. Clayton does not know a person other than Laura who has physical custody or who claims legal decision-making, legal custody, or parenting rights to any of the minor children in question. Okay, this is we already know this. We're just going to, it's fine. That's not important. Remember, bold is new. So we already read those other things. All right, let's skip to 24. Clayton is entitled to an adjudication of non-paternity. Petitioner's relentless and harassing behavior through the media will only continue if this matter is not resolved by this court, finding Clayton is not the father of any alleged and believed to be fictitious children. Rule 26 sanctions are appropriate. Laura has violated this rule and sanctions under this other rule, and they're appropriate. Laura filed this action for the purposes of harassing Clayton and forcing him to communicate with her. She even asked the court to order him to communicate with me. I just want to talk about the parenting plan, nothing else, but let me send you all the stuff about us dating. Okay, that'd be great. Despite Clayton's repeated request, Laura has provided Clayton with no verified scientific evidence proving she is or was pregnant. But the pee test, you guys, she peed on how many sticks? Clearly she's pregnant.
So the pregnancy started in what month?
May 20th is the night.
Okay.
Is the BJ night.
So we're in December.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
we're pretty far along.
Pretty far. What is that? Like 6-7 months or something? Like, Okay. All right, Laura. Let's see. Further, after filing her petition, Laura filed a motion to communicate, threatening to take her pregnancy to the media if Clayton did not communicate with her. Why won't people just work with her? She is so reasonable. See Laura's motion for contempt filed August 23rd, 2023, also denied by the court. As such, Laura's petition lacks evidentiary support, is being presented for the improper purpose to harass Clayton into communicating with her and to cause Clayton to incur fees. 7 months. Okay, she'd be 7 months preggers.
With twins.
Is she even able to walk? I would think not, because she has a very tiny frame. Oh, thanks, Jen. This is the December 8th block. Okay. Open and stuff here. Ooh. Okay. We might have to do these as an all one here. You guys, there's so much more to this case. Just once you're like, oh, I think I got all the, timeline and documents together. Boom. There's more. There's always more. Thank you for sending me those.
It's like surprise.
It is. Oh,
like a Christmas, you got a present.
Oh, she did over.
Happy 1 year.
Sorry. So the requirement of Rule 9 has been met insofar as there have been excessive communication regarding these issues, not limited to Laura's recent Medium article and the 500 plus texts and emails that predated Judge G's granting of the injunction against harassment. Now, Clayton is entitled to his reasonable attorney fees and costs incurred based on Laura's unreasonableness pursuit of the ARS thing. Laura initiated this filing based on a pregnancy that could not have occurred from oral sex, despite what Laura wants us to believe. Oh, look at that. The next words. Despite this, Laura repeatedly harassed Clayton, filed numerous bad faith pleadings with this court in an effort to force Clayton to communicate with her, went to the media when Clayton would not unblock her, and fabricated medical documents. Laura's behavior is the very definition of unreasonableness. That's so true. Let's put her face in the dictionary, shall we? I'm glad Woodnick's back. He's always kind of just like slightly sassy and jabby.
I know. I really feel like he should be a little bit more sassy. I think he's earned it.
Yeah, he has. Oh, yeah. Woodnick? Yeah, absolutely. Sir Crazy says, only reason there aren't more victims is because Clayton was a reality show star and fought it after she went public with the tabloids. Yes. Do I think this is going to deter her? No, I don't think so. I think she's going to keep doing this to other people because she doesn't clearly think there's anything wrong with this. Do I think going to jail is going to stop her to do it? I don't know. But it's weird that all of this is her go-to and makes sense. Like I know that there's other guys, and I know that, respectfully, they want to be anonymous, and absolutely. But then, like, how many other guys are there besides those two? Like, how far? Because how old was she when her and Mike got together? She'd be what, like 26, 27 maybe? Because let's see, Clayton, she's 33.
Yeah, I think
3 years would be 30. Then another 4 years. So yeah, she was about 26, 27. I mean, there could be plenty of other guys. But then again, she's always on dating websites looking for the next one. Oh God.
Bill,
yeah, I
do we
believe
know
it.
this? Like,
probably.
Are we screened, like grabbing her Tinder profiles? Because I would like to see that.
Oh my gosh, right. Yeah, that's exactly why I think she needs prison time. Do I think prison time is absolutely going to stop her? Probably not, but I think that's a good reason to have that then. But I don't know if she's going to get any time. I don't know. I guess we'll just wait and see. Her excuse for a prison guard next? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to put any ideas out there in case she watches. I don't want her to write them down. On the Darvo, she was 26. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was like 26, 27. Even after Clayton people found her on dating websites. Ooh, interesting. Though, I don't know. Even if she meets guys online, the way she's going to email them would probably turn them off. They're going to be like, this bitch just sent me like 700 messages. It's been 5 hours. I'm going to block you because you're crazy pants. Oh, there's my elbow feet. Hi, babes. Says, happy Friday, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe to the best Llama hosted true crime live show on YouTube. Oh, thanks, babe. I hope work's going well for you. Oh, no shit.
Right?
It's Nick Starro in the chat. Hey. Oh, you caught live. Thanks for watching. We fangirled about you yesterday with the comment you left. Like, oh my gosh, we've been watching that guy for a long time. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys for watching us. You guys are amazing. Aw, now I'm probably blushing, my red face. All right, where were we? Besides, Laura's behavior is the very definition of unreasonableness. All right, so Wherefore, based upon all of the foregoing, Clayton respectfully requests the court order the following orders. A, issue an order declaring that Clayton is not the natural father of any children to Laura. B's crossed out because it was about submitting blood and tissue tests, which they've already done. So they're like, never mind, we don't need that one anymore. C, issue an order compelling Ravgen Inc. to produce all records and documents related to the fetal DNA testing in this matter. Did they do that, Chet? Did they go through and get that? D, that this court sanction Laura pursuant to Rule 26. E, that this court award Clayton his reasonable attorney fees and costs based on Laura's unreasonableness. F, is crossed out inappropriate orders regarding cost and fees. And G, for any other reason the court seems fit. So that's their changes to his amended motion. This is his order, the injunction against harassment that he got, that was signed. And then we got some emails, as we can see, wouldn't expect. I don't know why.
More grave robbings.
Yeah. we're grave robbing. Oh my gosh. Look, you guys got me all nervous. People say us. Let's see. Kenny Kia says Clayton mentions 2 victims beyond the 3 public victims, one before Mike and one between Greg and Clayton. Yeah, I know that there's 2 others. And respectfully, I know they want to keep private, so I don't want to say their names, even though it's out there. Well, one's out there. I don't know the other name. But either way, I don't care to mention their names unless it's in the legal document or whatever. But there has to be other ones, right? Right? I would think so. Dan Montana says, Llama, don't worry. Lo is way ahead of you on how to find and traumatize future victims. You are giving her any ideas. That's true. I don't even know if I'm capable of thinking, because she surprised me with all the steps she's taken. I couldn't even think that she was going to do such a thing, because who would? So that's true. She'll probably be like, that's not crazy enough, Llama. I'm not going to do that. Just Jen says, no, she admitted that there wasn't pregnancy after that. So they ended up not pursuing the Ravgen records. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for letting us know. Now, because these are impossible to read, I'm going to put you guys on this screen. So you're in charge of looking at the comments, Buff, because I can't. Okay. Because I got to make this super big just to read it. Not because I'm an old lady now, but as you can see, it's rough. All right. So this is a email from Laura to Clayton. I don't know what the heading is because we can't see, or when it was. But she says, Clayton, I was going to ask you if you wanted to read the article I wrote before submitting it to the Huffington Post. Oh, look at her.
She wants him to sign off on it.
Yeah. Okay, girl. Sure. But I know you won't respond. So I'll take it that I have your permission to send it as is. That's not how that works, Laura, but okay. Before I do that, and prior to your work getting involved with withholding income for child support.
Wow.
She said she didn't want or need, but okay. I wanted to ask one last time about the agreement. I added a few things to it that are in bold. Hate it is. Oh, here it is. Hate as well, but here it is. There's the link to the do we have the full contract by chance? Just wondering, asking for a friend. So she goes on to say,
says version 4?
Yeah. Version 4. Where are all the versions? That's what I know. That's what I want to know.
Are there various drafts of this contract on? Were they negotiating the contract? Like, what is
Laura probably was, but he wasn't. He's probably just like, no. She's like, okay, let me reword this whole thing and I'll send it to you again. I'm going to convince you to sign a relationship agreement.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh man, I hope they're all available. That would be amazing. I mean, we know from hearing Stephanie on Love Trap that, Clayton has like a whole fucking terabyte drive.
I'm sure he does.
Stuff that he hasn't released, which Fine, I respect that, Clayton, but like if you ever want to, I got all the free time. She might as well use the onion. Yeah, definitely was negotiating. Okay, well, he didn't vote for this one, so okay. She's always having a conversation with herself. So I also contacted another abortion pill company who said we could still do it at this point if we wanted to. You haven't and aren't putting pressure on me to do that, but it is really important that we talk about this if you don't want to have the twins with me. Your behavior leads me to believe that would be your preference. So you need to say something if it is. So him not saying something earlier, she was able to assume to go ahead with it, right? To send her thing to Huffington Post. Well, I know you're not going to reply, so I'm just going to take that as a yes.
How?
But here,
where? What month is this?
I don't know. I don't see the date.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with it. What? End of June, July would have to be that. So I don't know.
Okay.
Your behavior leads me to believe that would be your preference. So you need to say something if it is. I will not hold it against you whatsoever if you sign the agreement. Okay. If you don't, that's fine. But we are having them. I just want to have a fresh start and remove all of this animosity from the picture, which is why I submitted a relationship contract. Because to new beginnings. Hi, Dawn. Hello, babes. Hope you're doing well. Nick says Laura's collecting medical records like others are collecting pet rocks or Pokemon cards, right? She's like, I gotta collect them all and make my own. Oh, she's ridiculous. I just want, I already read the fresh start. We need to be making smart decisions right now, not ones driven by emotions. Like all of my decisions have been based on like going to the press because you didn't answer me and all the other crazy shit I've done. Okay. Neither one of us wanted this, but it's happened and we need to make smart choices. If I don't hear back, then fine. We can continue like this and I will submit my piece to HuffPost. But your unresponsiveness is getting you nowhere with me and will get you in trouble with the court. Oh, really, Laura? You got in trouble with the court. Okay. Please simply consider the agreement with modifications. It is written entirely in your favor, not mine. All the best. Oh, look, she has a new picture too. Her TED Talks picture. Okay. So here are the changes for part 4, terms of the agreement. Are you prepared?
I don't think I am.
I don't know if we are, but
I didn't know that I was going to need alcohol for today's stream.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what her amendments to this are. Okay. So terms of the agreement. The couple agrees that for a period of 1 week, while determining the best course of action for their pregnancy, Party A and Party B will exclusively explore a relationship with intention, meaning with the goal of it turning into something long-lasting and meaningful. There is no obligation to engage in intercourse if either party is uncomfortable with the act. I mean, Party B, I'm assuming is Clayton, has already said he doesn't want to do any of this. And you just said, oh, this is going to be in your favor. No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. Ooh. Into turning something long-lasting and meaningful. Of course, that is exactly how that works.
That is so weird.
Elbow Fee, what would you think if I sent you a relationship contract 14 years ago?
Didn't sign anything like this. I signed a piece of paper saying I'm married to you, but I made no promises. But to be fair, I didn't say any vows either. So, because I told him I wasn't making him any promises.
Well,
but
there's no obligation, of course.
But I was like, I'm not saying any vows. I'm making no promises. I'll enter this agreement with you, but that's it.
Right. Oh my God. Wow. Big Bad Marcus, thanks for finding us. So happy you're here. In7 said she'd 100% try to get him to sleep with her to make those imaginary kids a reality. Exactly. Or who knows? She might be stealing fluids or something from him. Like, I would not. No, stay far away. Right? 2, from the date that this agreement is signed until 1 week after, no action whatsoever will be taken in this paternity case or in any family, civil, or criminal court case. So she's just like a ceasefire. That's what this, there will be a ceasefire. Okay. Part 3, Party A and Party B agree to take a paternity test with the lab of Party A's choice.
Wait, who's Party A and Party B?
Clayton is Party A because he's the one who suggested Ravgen. She didn't. So, and we'll schedule it within 24 hours of when this agreement is signed. Okay.
Wow.
4, after the paternity test results come back, providing Party A, Clayton, to be the father of Laura's twins, then Laura will execute a HIPAA release for Laura to discuss the pregnancy with any of Clayton's providers. She mixed them up. Oh my God. Laura, you're so dumb. Okay. To discuss with providers from the date of conception on May 20th through the end of the pregnancy in February 2024. Elbow feet, it's okay. I'm still willing to work with you all. Okay. Wow. If a joint decision, this is number 5. If a joint decision is made to terminate the pregnancy, then Party A, Clayton, and Party B, Laura, will stipulate to dismiss the paternity suit once the pregnancy is confirmed by a doctor to no longer be viable. Party B, being Laura, will pay Clayton's legal fees to date. Okay, well, I'm a little confused about that. So this must be because she doesn't take him to court until the end of July. Like literally the end of July, beginning of August is when she files the paternity suit. So this means she's talking about trying to take abortion pills in August? Or September?
I don't know. I was completely confused too.
Chat, when was this supposed to have occurred? It'd be much later. And then you can't do that. So, okay. I'm so confused. All right. Party A with Cardi B is wild. I know, right? She doesn't understand what HIPAA means at all. So, Sean, it feels like Laura watched the contract negotiation scenes from 50 Shades of Grey and thought that's how relationships work.
Oh my God.
Maybe. That's a good point.
That actually wouldn't surprise me.
I want to know what her list of rom-coms are because, it would be much cheaper to hire Laura to hire sex
How to
workers.
Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
10 seconds, really.
Is definitely her
go-to.
Well.
All right, so 6. During the 1-week period, if the decision is made to continue the pregnancy, then Clayton and Laura will discuss what would make the best situation for the children, whether that be raising them together or apart. The goal would be to keep the case out of the court and to avoid accruing continued legal fees. The case will remain active until an agreement is made outside of court. Then the parties will stipulate to dismiss it. But here's the thing. It's like you can reasonably do that without going to court in the first place, Laura, because according to Arizona, you have all the custody to begin with. So I don't understand why you took him to court, but okay. Interesting. Yeah. 7, there is no obligation for the relationship to work out beyond the 1 weeks. However, if it is apparent that this agreement was entered into for the wrong reasons, evidenced by abuse of any kind, verbal, emotional, or physical, it is null and void. Oh. So she's saying, I'm watching everything.
You're not allowed to have feelings because I will use them against you.
And if you're only with her for this 1 week to make her stop the case, which is exactly what she would accuse him of. All right, this week didn't count because I don't believe you were trying to think about our future. She would just go at it again.
You're not trying hard enough.
8, at the end of the 1 week period, provided the terms have been met, then Party A and Party B are forever barred from bringing charges against each other for any reason up to that date. Are you serious? You can't. That doesn't mean anything, Laura. Okay.
I don't feel like this contract would ever hold up.
It absolutely would not hold up ever. I'm not a lawyer, but I can. There's no way that holds up for really anything. Hell, most NDAs don't even hold up with anything. But oh my gosh, ugh. How was this supposed to be in his favor? I didn't read any of that. That seemed like it was in Clayton's favor. How about you just leave him alone?
Meant the whole, I'll share stuff with you. I won't be able to sue you because we agreed. You know, she was trying to spin it to make him feel better. It was a little, as manipulative as ever.
Right, signing anything like this takes the romance out of it all, doesn't it? Ain't no BJ worth this. No, there is not. Deal with the devil. Is that the rom-com? Yeah, it's pretty wild. Smart Towel says the courts couldn't enforce a dating contract. Imagine the court saying, you must date her. I think
you signed it.
She thinks that is how the court works. No. And it's like, no, that's not it. I mean, she wanted the court basically to take Reddit down and the police. Can you please just shut down Reddit? Because they're mean to me and I don't like it. Just shut the whole internet down. So
she did get her subreddit shut down eventually, right?
I don't know. I think somebody just made a different one. Just so it didn't, I think, is the lore on that, but the OGs will tell us. She's not happy about that. It's like a slave contract, right? Like, how did she think? What if he would have said yes? How does she think it would have gone? Like, oh, you know what? I know we've been talking nonstop for what we think this is August, at least, probably. So for several months. He's just not that into you, Laura, because you have proven in the last, however many weeks that you're batshit crazy. As a matter of fact, like 5 days after you gave him a BJ, you were too crazy for him to consider anything. How did she think he'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I just need a week with you. And then I think we'll fall in love. That is not at all how it works. Oh, hi, Liz. You're listening live from, we're in your garden. I love that.
Apologies to any neighbors.
Okay. I knew that there was lore about this, but I wasn't sure how it went. Liz says she got her Reddit taken down. Schnitzel Ninja. I can't help but say her name that way. It's so adorable. Schnitzel Ninja made a new one titled Justice for Clayton. Okay, so that's how the Justice for Clayton one got started. Oh, okay. See, guys, that's what I'm saying. You think you know, and then there's
smart.
So much more. So much more. It only took one day. Smart Towel says, I feel so bad for any man getting caught in her web. Yeah. I mean, it so far has not gone good for anyone that's encountered her. She's done this to Mike, to Greg, to Clayton, then to all the content creators. I mean, she is just bleh. No, thank you. All right. So we got another email. I'm not sure. Oh, Jen, I'm not even paying attention over here. And you've been sending me stuff. I'm so sorry. Proof of date and subject of email sent to Clayton's dad. Is that the one that we're about to read? I'm going to have to go through all of these over the weekend. Oh, it's amazing. Okay. All right. I'm just share. Okay. Interesting. All right. So is this to his dad? Who is this to? Because it doesn't say. It's B. Echard, which can't be Clayton. So is this to his dad? Oh, that's the email I'm reading right now. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I see. So, okay, this is an email sent June 27th, 2023. Thanks, Jen. You're the freaking best. That is sent to Clayton and his dad. So there's Clayton there, and then dad's email. Let me scroll down because we don't need that out there. That Laura sent them. Okay. All right. Well, what does she have to say to dad?
Oh, goody.
Good morning. I wanted to give an update on where things stand, as I have not heard back from Clayton and presume he has still blocked me, which he told me before he does when he doesn't want to deal with a situation. So wait, this is June 27th. She's what, 4 weeks at this time, and you're messaging his parents. You don't even know if you're going to keep it or not. Why are you bothering this man's parents who live in Missouri? Like, why? Why would you do that? It's weird. Yes, thank you, Jen. You're the best. Laura had to change her ultrasound date to the end of June because of some of her emails. Oh, I bet. Her story doesn't.
Wait, does she actually change the emails that are already out? Change the dates on those?
I don't know. Did she do that, or did she just like backtrack and be like, "Oh no, that was silly me. It was just an accident. I meant this date instead." Because we do know, because Chat's told us that she has to change her miscarriage date of the twins several times, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I guess like those ultrasounds are already out with certain dates on it. Are like, is she actually changing them? Like, because that's just like, what?
Maybe.
That's like
probably. Yeah, Elfie, she tells his parents. Don says, can you imagine calling someone's parents to tattle on them when they're 30 flipping years old? Right? Like, who does that? I
feel judged.
Excuse me. Oops, sorry.
In a
situation like this,
I will call my husband's sister.
I mean, I've only, I think, had to do that. And I say had to because it was very important with my son's other half of the family. It was like, otherwise I don't communicate with them. I don't have a bad relationship with them or anything, but like, we're not in a group text. I don't give a shit what's going on in their lives. You know, like we have this mutual respect, you know? I've never went to them about petty fucking shit ever. Why? Because we're adults. If you've decided to have a child, then it should be your problem. You're the parent, not other people's parents, to get them to do what you want them to do. It's fucking weird. Ugh.
Feel attacked?
Yeah, Sir Crazy says this really pisses me off because Clayton didn't want to involve his parents in this. Yeah, why would you? I mean, it's just embarrassing all the way around that this is even happening. I'm sure, even though Clayton could have never have guessed where this one night in May was going to end up going. No one could have foreseen that. But to go to his parents, like, grow up, Laura. God. Justin. Oh yeah, we read that one. So let me scroll down to see. Oh, Sam. Hi, Sam. We've missed you so much. Mama Llama's here. Oh my gosh, there's like 80 of you in chat. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Our ultrasound pictures timestamped usually at Laura's. No. She didn't. Just Jen says she didn't doctor the email dates. She had to change her story to match the emails that had already been submitted in court. Okay.
Well,
All right,
I didn't know if
clarifying.
she actually changed the ultrasounds to correspond with things.
Probably. We know she's excellent in arts and crafts. I wonder if she enters this stuff into her county fair. Laura assumes all 30-year-olds still live with their parents and are supported by them. I guess that's true. Yeah, right. To her, she probably thinks this is normal. To all the other grown adults, it's like, why would you do that? Anyway, all right. So this is to his dad. If only I had the opportunity. Let me start it over because we just talked too much and I got distracted. I wanted to give an update on where things stand, as I have not heard back from Clayton and presume he has still blocked me, which he told me before he does when he doesn't want to deal with a situation. If only I had the opportunity to do the same, but obviously my body isn't allowing me to forget that I'm pregnant. Again, she's only allegedly 4 weeks pregnant, which in pregnancy, like most people, not most people, a large amount of people don't mention to anyone that they're pregnant in their first trimester because so much can go wrong. Which, you know, you would think Laura knows that all the time she's been pregnant, but okay. Okay. Rather than continuing to send him several emails a day, I hope that we can meet in person to discuss what is going on. Because as Clayton said last week, quote, I feel we need to have a face-to-face discussion. It's too easy to get upset via text. But in person, conversations are more caring and cordial. I believe this is exactly what we need, as texting hasn't been working well, end quote. And, quote, we should have been talking in person for most of this anyways. Texting isn't meant for meaningful, impactful, life-changing conversations, and I've known and learned that plenty of times, end quote of Clayton. Yeah, but, you know, having her stuff in writing turns out very helpful. Very helpful. Record any contact you have with this woman, always. I told Clayton last week that I was going to be in California for the weekend and that if I was going to get abortion pills, it would be much easier to do so there in California for many reasons and less traumatic because there isn't a law there like there is in Arizona that the mother has to view the ultrasound. He has told me that he wants me to take the pills, but understands that his presence for me doing so, because it would impact his ability to date other women in the future, is not enough of a reason for me to end a human life. I am attaching a screenshot of my chart after my visit on Sunday to Planned Parenthood in Orange County, which confirms that I had an ultrasound that was consistent with the conception date of 5/20 when I was with Clayton. And like I've said, he is the only person I've been with since March of 2022. That there was a gestational sac, meaning a viable pregnancy, and that I refused to view the ultrasound and take the abortion pills at the clinic. I thought she just said that she didn't want to do that because of that. Okay. They don't typically allow you to take them home, but since I live out of state and I'm a special little dewdrop, and was as conflicted as I was, but they allowed me to do that. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? Why would they allow her? There's no way.
Well, don't you know who she is?
I forgot. You're right. She has very famous parents. Interesting. Well, I can't believe you're still messaging his parents about this. This is crazy. Sir Crazy says, yeah, most women find out they're pregnant between 4 to 7 weeks and some even later. And usually they don't do doctor stuff until after a certain week because the odds of losing babies are very high during that time. But I mean, now people's personal choice. If they want to tell people as soon as they, pee on a stick that they got pregnant, by all means, you can tell people whenever you're ready. But it's not so not unusual for people to wait until after the first trimester to, tell their friends and family. Dawn says, I have a good friend to find out. She was pregnant at 5 months. She always joked she felt like she belonged on Jerry Springer. The baby was beautiful, though, and they are a beautiful family. Oh, wow. Wow. Jen says, just Jen. She would have known there were twins from her one ultrasound by the time she writes this email. She really screwed it all up. Well, it's hard when you don't really know how things work, right? There you go. I'll put that one up for you. Sam says, I truly know someone who didn't know until they were 6 months. It was wild because you really couldn't tell anything. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I mean,
man, I wish I had those genetics.
Yeah. I should say, in my dealing with them, it's 10 weeks. Actually, the last time it was 11 weeks, and then we lost it at 10 weeks. So we didn't get to have that. But
man, went really early.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even see a baby. We saw a fetal pole. And
I mean,
two sacks, because one didn't have a baby in it, though.
Yeah. LMP says, okay, mystery solved for me. Her attorney accused Judge Mata of extrajudicial research, looking up what Planned Parenthood hours are. She said it herself. She was going to go on a Sunday. It was Sunday? Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, look at that. I have attached a screenshot of my chart after my visit on Sunday to the Planned Parenthood in Orange County. Yes. Typos are welcome here. Us too, girl. Us too. We get all sorts of wild typos. No judgment. No judgment at all. LMP says, at the hearing, the Planned Parenthood expert said they weren't open on Sundays. Ooh.
Well, that's interesting. But not surprising.
Mm-mm. All right. So now that we know we have a viable pregnancy, things seem all the more urgent. I'll continue to say until I'm blue in the face that Clayton is the father and that there is 0% chance that it is anyone else. I told him that he needs to pay for the prenatal paternity test because it is not providing me with any information that I don't know, but that I will gladly reimburse him for the full amount if I'm wrong. So that's funny because she goes on to say, I told him I would pay for it and I suggested taking the test. And here she's like, no, if he wants it, he has to deal with it. He agreed to that. I am eager to get it done and have contacted multiple companies about the timing of it. The consensus is that while it can be performed at 7 weeks, there is a chance that there is not enough fetal DNA present at that point. Maybe you just need more testing, Laura. In which case, you would have to repeat the $1,500 test. It seems like we would be safest doing it at 8 weeks, although Arc Point Labs, based in Scottsdale, said 12 weeks was their minimum. The results will come back in 7 to 10 business days. So that's interesting that she's already brought up not enough fetal DNA. But this is a different company, so I'm assuming in between here is when she brought up that it was twins or something, since that place didn't do it, or what's the deal with that, chat? Interesting.
The chat is so smart. They always know the things.
Oh, wow. So it was explained to me at Planned Parenthood that medication abortions are most successful early on in the pregnancy, and that as the weeks go on, they become less effective. Really, Laura? But did you read that you can put the pills in your vagina? I didn't know the pills were supposed to go in my vagina, Greg. I like how she's saying, like, oh, this is the first time. I didn't even know. But apparently she's paying attention now. So, okay. By the time the results are back from the prenatal paternity test, I would need to do a surgical abortion, which I will not do under any circumstances. Okay. I only mention this because once the prenatal paternity test is taken, it's a done deal that I am having the child. Oh, yeah, because she's not saying they're twins yet. Okay. Excuse me. Done deal that I'm having the child, and there will not be an option for an abortion once the results come back. My preference has been to have the baby all along, so that's obviously not an issue for me. But if it is for Clayton, he needs to know that. I haven't lied about one thing so far.
Okay,
It's
been
girl.
several things.
You're literally lying about lying.
No, she wasn't wrong though. She hasn't lied about one thing.
That's true.
Been multiple things.
I haven't lied about one thing so far. Despite his doubts, he himself had me take a pregnancy test, which turned out positive. And now a doctor has confirmed the pregnancy on an ultrasound and said that it was the very small size it should be based on the date I was intimate with him. If he doesn't trust me, that's fine. And I am more than happy to prove him wrong again. I just know how high the stakes are right now and want to be clear that this really is the last time that I will consider an abortion. Laura, it doesn't even make any fucking sense what you are saying. So she said she didn't want to go to an Arizona doctor because she didn't want to see the ultrasound. So she goes to California on a Sunday for an ultrasound and to get pills? I don't understand. I don't understand what's the timeline here. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. She has lied about a lot of things. LMP says the reason she always said it was twins is many companies won't test paternity on twins. And the rare possibility they have two fathers, which we did learn about a few weeks ago, which was fascinating. Wink says, right, she switched it to twins. So after this, because most places won't do. So yeah, she's like, I'll do one. And then Clayton's like, good, let's go do this one. And she's like, it's twins. So it's not even gonna work because I'm a special.
She had to have researched that. Like how, like I wouldn't even have thought about that. Like how does
Yes, Sir Crazy. She is the perfect example of why you should never lie. It's too hard to remember all the lies you've told, and literally no one will ever believe her again.
How does one know that type of information though? Like
she doesn't sleep. She doesn't sleep ever, apparently. You know, and that's another thing too. The fact that, like, you know, she either pleads guilty or is found guilty of these, you know, charges of perjury. I mean, I don't know if they could be at, like, you know, what's the word for it? Vexatious, right? Is that the word? Litigant? You know what I'm talking about. Somebody that files too much shit all the time.
That's a word.
Yeah. I can't say that word.
Is it vexatious? Is it vexatious litigant?
I don't know. Words are hard. Oh,
legal words.
But that's the word we're talking about. But I don't know if they could do that for her as part of her criminal thing. But even then, if she's found guilty of perjury, her words are trash for the rest of her life in the legal. Like every single attorney that comes across her will be like, oh, really? You've been found guilty or pled guilty to perjury. So, I mean, I guess maybe, you know, if she does this to somebody else, that lawyer is going to find out and be like, Your Honor,
her words are trash.
Her words are trash. All right. So, you know, I don't know. She doesn't have a job. She has all the time to research things.
Yeah, but I would not even have thought of to look that up. Like, I would not have thought of, you know, how do I get away from this? Like, so they can't do genetic testing. Oh, maybe if I have twins, I can't have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would never have even come up in my brain to even Google.
Yeah, no, me either. Though again,
I would
none of
have
this
just
is coming
assumed
my
that they
brain.
would. I honestly would have just assumed that they would be able to. I mean, I guess maybe I'm stupid and everybody else is smarter, but I wouldn't.
No, we just learned that together a few weeks ago. I had no idea. I mean, it makes sense, but who knew? Now, the last thing I would want if I were in Clayton's position is to feel like I don't have an opinion on something so important. But it seems like his reaction to the stakes getting higher is to withdraw even further. However, there are several factors at play that he needs to consider regarding my health and its impact on the baby if we decide to carry it to term. First of all, my stress levels have a major impact on the fetus's development in the womb. And not having any emotional support from Clayton, like he promised, has been extremely difficult for me. Girl, join the fucking club. All right? You're not special. And then you go and you're like, okay, so now she's telling his dad, stress is really bad on the fetus, which is true. I mean, that is true. People do say that all the time, try to not be as stressed out when you're trying to make a human being. So then you go to the press and then you take him to court when you don't need to do that yet in where you are. Okay. I don't understand how you haven't even had babies and you want to take him to court for a parenting plan when you have all the rights to these babies. You kind of did this to yourself, and yet you're trying to put it on. It's Clayton stressing you out, not you being a crazy parent. Okay. Most importantly, though, my neurologist has emphasized that I need to change my dose of epilepsy medication significantly because I'm at a higher risk of a seizure during pregnancy, and having one could have a terrible impact on the baby. Is that true? Just wondering. I don't know.
I mean, I would think so.
About the seizure affecting a baby. Now, the medicine, because she was on what, Lamictal? Which, guess what?
Why wouldn't a seizure affect the baby?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
What affects the mom affects the baby. I would assume that's correct.
I mean, I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about seizures and how they work. Megan Fox said last night her photo ought to be posted on every courtroom as a liar, not to be trusted. Yes. I mean, oh my God. Anybody that Googles her name, it's not going to be good for her at all. Anyway, so that's interesting. I've delayed going up on it because I haven't known what we were doing, but I really need to make a decision. I don't think that either Clayton nor I could forgive ourselves if the child ends up having a lifelong condition that could have been preventable. Okay. On a personal level, I wanted to share that a big reason I am against terminating the pregnancy is because of the impact not having an abortion had on my family. Okay. My great-grandma, oh wow. My great-grandma was 14 when she gave birth to my grandma, who she gave up for adoption. If she had an abortion, I wouldn't be here. Okay. It's impossible for me to think about terminating the pregnancy without thinking of that, even though in many ways, not having the baby would be an easier option. And I'm willing to make that moral choice if your son dates me for a week. So it doesn't actually mean anything to me at all. I know, obviously, having a child, is that the right part? No, we're at the grandmother part. Sorry, this shit hurts my eyes. I'll tell you what. I'm also getting feedback from my sister, whose baby was born a month earlier on May 24th, and who says that it is the greatest thing she's ever experienced, but that it's also the hardest, and she can't imagine how she could do it without a partner. Well, lots of people do, bitch, so I don't know what to tell you. On the other hand, my mom has been my main source of support on this and has asked me to think about what I would regret more when I'm 90 years old and on my deathbed, having an abortion or having had the child. When I think of it that way, the idea of giving up on the child feels implausible, even though Clayton has told me many times that he would not want any custody nor to have anything to do with him or her. I imagine that would change at some point once he saw the baby. I would absolutely expect him to share custody and parenting time with me. Well, you can expect all you want. Doesn't mean anything. I apologize for yet another email, but I feel really helpless in terms of communicating with Clayton. And as the father of the child, he's the only person whose support and input really matter to me. Obviously, having a child would completely change the course of our lives, and I want to figure out what we are doing together. I know that many women would make their decision without regard for the baby's father's opinion, but that's not me, and I needed him to understand that. Mind you, he's already told her. How many times did we read in the ADR complaint that he does not just no to all of this? And she's acting like, well, he hasn't told me. And that's absolutely not what happened. I really care about Clayton's feelings, but can't take them into consideration if he is treating me like this. If we are going forward with it, that's great. And I want to be able to get excited about it. But right now, it feels like there's tension in the air about what is happening. And the silence is deafening. If there's anything you can do to talk to him, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. All the best, Laura. What? Oh my, I can't believe she sent that to his parents.
That's
what does she want them to do?
Second email?
Yeah, that's not even the first one.
Like, why does she take forever to say what she's going to say?
Like, listen, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if you want to get an abortion, you don't want to get an abortion, whatever. But you're making a lot of arguments here of why you don't want to have one. And that's okay. So, but then, those are all valid, thoughts to have. Lots of people have those thoughts, and that's fine. But then just to say, you know what, though, actually, Clayton, you get to decide, because fuck my moral thoughts. And that's what's frustrating, I think, about her here is that, like, oh, I'm so thoughtful and this would be against everything, but I'll do it for a man, like, to date me for a week. And then just to be like, well, he's not talking to me and I don't know why, because you're crazy. And he's told you several times and you're just like, yeah, no, I'm going to pretend you didn't say that because that's not the answer I wanted. So, no. Make him talk to me some more. Look who it is. It's Kevin. Oh my gosh,
Hi,
my girl. I miss you, babes. I miss you. It's been too long already since Easter that we've talked.
Welcome to the crazy.
Right? All this drama about a non-existent baby. Like, this is crazy.
It is. It's
you know
insane.
what else? Yes. You know what else has a great impact on a fake fetus? Not getting any prenatal care. Exactly. Where's all of your OBGYN shit? I don't give a fuck about your stupid neurologist. I don't care. It has nothing to do with anything. All right. You're high risk. You got OBGYN. It's not that fucking hard.
Well, she has one. And he only
OBGYN? Well, that's
630 patients.
Oh, no. That was for the brain damage place.
Oh, that's right.
The brain trauma.
Same difference.
Thing or whatever. Because, then she's super special.
She just rattles off stuff.
Exactly, because you're crazy. I know. It's turning into a real party today. You guys are so sweet. You know how to make us ladies feel special. Oh, let me rotate this again. Let's see. Oh, that's her. We've already read this. I think this is where we get into the articles. Oh, wait. Yep.
No.
These are from her claim. Okay, yeah. So the rest is all articles. We're not going to go through those because either we've read them already or it's just trash talking about Clayton, and I don't really care about any of that. So where is my timeline here? Wow. It's so friends, our new friends, are there full dating contracts available that the public has been able to see? Or was that just the only snippet? Because I need to know. I don't
Well, apparently there were 4 versions because that was version 4.
Hi, babe. Yeah, that's true. So that's okay. All right. So that is what Clayton's team has filed. And then on the 12th, we have an anonymous friend contacts the Scottsdale PD for a welfare check on Laura. So let's give this a listen to. This is from Padlet.com, a whole other place where you can see the timelines and things like that. They got all the stuff over there. I don't really understand how it all works because I just saw this. I'll be diving into this later too, but that's where we've got this call from on December 12th, 2023. Just Jen has everything.
She has it all.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen like if people like ask for stuff in the Discord, she's just like, boom, I got boom, boom, boom. I love that for her.
She's the keeper of the records.
Yes. Yes. I love that. All right. So let's see. I got this up. All right. Let's hear this call to the Scottsdale police. Remember, those of you listening in your headphones, you might want to turn it down a little bit because I'm sure there are beeps, because there always is. All right.
Scottsdale Police, this is Tracy.
Go ahead, Marty, drink.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, thank you. I'm calling because I was hoping to be able to have the wellness check done on one of my friends.
Okay, do you have the address?
Yes, I believe she's at this address right now.
What address is that?
It is.
Okay, what makes you think she's there? Is she renting a room? Does she live there?
Her parents live there.
Okay, hold on just a second. I need to answer 911. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. What's your friend's name?
No worries. Laura.
What's Laura's last name?
Owens, Owens.
Is it Laura Laura, or does she have a different spelling?
Yes. Yep, Laura.
Do you know her date of birth?
I don't know her date of birth.
Do you know how old she is?
Oh, there's a beep.
Know the date.
Okay, so she's like 33?
33, yeah.
Okay. Is she white, black, Hispanic, Native, Asian, Middle Eastern?
She's white.
What's going on with her that you're concerned?
Well, she is currently pregnant with twins. It's a whole long story.
Long story indeed.
Involved in a paternity situation with the father, and she has mentioned several times to people that she's very depressed and suicidal. So
no, this is not Laura.
I just want to make sure she's okay.
Have you tried calling her or texting her?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay, so you haven't. She's not responding?
Yeah, but I haven't done it I didn't do it right before I called you guys. It's been a while.
What's
and I know, probably about a day or so. And I know she recently posted online. It was before I last contacted her, but so I know she was active online, and now I just haven't heard anything.
It was the cyberbullying article that we read yesterday, right, John? I think so. Because somebody called that day too.
Okay. What's Laura's phone number?
Coffee's not for
let me look. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Sorry, I don't have it memorized.
Okay. Well, you're looking for that. Do you know how old Laura is? Or I'm sorry, how tall Laura is?
Oh, how tall? About 5'5".
This must be a new lady.
She's in medium
Dispatch.
or heavy set, minus the pregnancy. Okay.
Thin, yes, normally thin.
Do you know what kind of vehicle she drives?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know if there's weapons in her house, or is she like an avid gun carrier or anything?
God, no.
Not an avid gun carrier. I have not known her
there's
to
Puppy.
have one.
Okay. And has Laura made mention of suicide, or just saying that she just making like suicidal statements?
It's been like.
That's why I think this is a new lady.
Basically, like directed at someone else. Like, if anything happens to me, my blood will be on your hands.
Okay, yeah, that is the article that we read yesterday.
So she hasn't like come straight out and said like I'm going to kill myself, but she's alluded to that.
Okay. Do you have her phone number?
Yeah.
Beep. Sorry, guys. I warned you.
Okay. Do you know the names of her parents? Or how many people?
Her dad's name is Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have the same last name that she does, or does he have a different name?
Yeah, he does.
It's a
but
local
her mom
celebrity.
has a different last name.
Okay.
Is this actually one of her friends?
Name?
I think this is a concerned
It's
citizen.
Elizabeth. I think it's Elizabeth, but I know it's not the same last name.
Okay.
I don't know. She said she was a friend at the beginning of the call.
My name is.
Sorry, Bruce. You chose quite the time to come in, sir.
My number
Hello, good sir.
Sorry.
You got a stream tonight, don't you, Bruce? Oh, geez. My watch list for this weekend of LO content that's come out this week is very long.
Do I have to give my address?
No. Are you calling from in-state or out-of-state?
I'm currently out of state.
Okay.
And that's interesting, Dawn. I could see her wanting to,
okay.
ruin somebody's day. She always does.
What state do you live in?
I'm in.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. The officers are on the way. They'll go out and check on her.
Queue. Wednesday's edit to my
try to
queue.
call her. The officers will call you. Their number may come up as blocked or restricted, to make sure that your phone can answer those calls, and that you will answer those calls until you hear from the officer. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your help.
I am screwed if a phone call ever comes from blocked, restricted cop. No, calling that number, because I'm not answering.
I'm not answering it either. No. Nope. You can just show up, I guess. Dawn says, anytime something good was going on in Day's life, she would make an attempt to turn it around about herself and to upset him. Well, not only just him, like with everybody, it seemed like, Clayton has something good going on. Bam. How can I ruin it? Like, she just wants people to feel like she's feeling. And it's so gross. I don't know if she's capable of actually feeling like happiness for another person. So when Boots says when she stopped blogging about hurting herself, the welfare calls stopped too. Interesting. Hi, Toadette. Hi, babes. Hope you're doing well. Well, all right. So the police get this, request for a welfare check. And so they do. They go out, do a welfare check on Laura. So let's give this a looky-loo. This is about 18 minutes or so. Coming from the lovely Schnitzel Ninja. So I'll like it on Amy's behalf. You're welcome, Amy. So if you want to listen to any of these phone calls without our commentary, the hearings without our commentary, anything like that, or you want to listen to her interviews with Stephanie, the one who's doing the Love Trap podcast, she has a new one that came out last night, if I remember right. She's been interviewing Stephanie about her process and the behind the scenes. I listened to the first 4. just because I haven't gotten further into things yet. But it was very interesting. And she's a great interviewer. You did really well, Schnitzel. I don't know if you're watching or not, but I was very impressed with the way you interviewed. It was just like, you know, I know that you and her had talked, obviously, for, you know, the series and stuff, but, you know, it just felt so like casual and good in a great way. So good job on those interviews. All right, so this is the same day as that call, and we're gonna watch it. So let's see, is there closed caption? Yeah, cool.
Who doesn't love body cam?
I know, I do. I love it. LMP says she wants all the attention on herself, and I think you're right. She's not capable of understanding that others have emotions. No, I don't think she is. I think she has main character, you know, energy about her, where we're all just like, you know, in peace or something. Like so yeah, they were very good, very, very good interviews. So, you know, because I know a lot of people get interviewed by like media, and because we've had people that we've interviewed before, and listen, the mainstream media has so many questions they can ask in so much time. And they're generally, you know, basically all the same questions from a lot of different sources. So I thought she did great with the questions she asked her, and also like letting her, you know, speak. Sometimes interviewers aren't like that. They're like, oh, thanks for coming on my show, but it's my show. I'm going to talk a lot. And so I thought Schnitzel did a really great job with that. So congrats, babe. Not that my opinion means anything. All right, let's see. So this is at her parents' house. Okay.
We're back at the casita.
Is this the casita or is it? Oh, yeah. I think this is the casita. Because
it's all, I just like saying casita. Let's be real.
Right. I didn't even know those were a thing. Oh,
Hi, Heather.
There's the audio, guys.
Is Laura here? Yeah, she is somebody called in a welfare check about her? Yes.
Yeah, it's a friend from New York. I don't know if you know who that might be.
No, what I do
guys,
know is that
this
she
just
is
happens
the
all the
target
time.
of an online harassment campaign that has been going on for months. Okay.
It was
Okay.
the best throw in the mailbox.
It was started by a disgruntled ex-boyfriend of hers. And
Disgruntled.
posting all of this crazy stuff about her on Reddit, stuff that is
Reddit.
unbelievable.
Right.
And so he has encouraged people to do to call in the Scottsdale Police Department and ask for a welfare check. Okay.
I'm sorry, but whoever it was that just called in didn't sound like they were being a trolling asshole. I didn't get that from their voice at all. They actually did sound concerned.
She said she was a friend in the thing. And that's why I was asking if that was actually a friend or not. Because she did actually sound like they cared.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, it didn't sound like swatting or something, you know?
This is like the third one in a week.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I had contacted she called
It
in
was
and
from
talked
the
to Scottsdale
FBI.
Police Department as well, and said, you know, we don't want your resources. This is ridiculous. It's a prank thing. But I'm happy to go get her. She was taking a nap. This has been devastating beyond belief.
Is she asleep now?
She's taking a nap, but I can wake her up.
I don't think that would be necessary.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't, for some reason, it wasn't in our notes for your address.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to put comments in there that says this is an ongoing prank.
Right.
Right. They still may send.
What?
We have to understand, because if it's not us on, or it's not the same dispatchers, they still might just send on it. But I would work on trying to contact Reddit and let them know.
She has contacted them. They will not take it down.
The Reddit gods won't do it.
And this guy, he's created different fake accounts. He's
going to Great Lakes. Have you looked into an injunction against her?
It's crazy.
She has
Okay.
against him. This is part of his thing. She's had this against him for 2 years, and
This is an old ex-boyfriend then.
yeah,
It's so weird.
It's an old ex-boyfriend, and she had the injunction against her harassment against him. I mean, he's really another friend of ours who is an FBI profiler.
That's true, sir. Crazy.
Had looked at, what this guy is all about, and she said he's the kind of a person who is not going to stop unless he thinks he's got to win.
They have an FBI friend profiler. Get the fuck out of here, Jan. Okay. And this guy's not going to stop. That's what our FBI profiler friend said. Have you had them analyze your daughter? Like,
No, that would be the BAU.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's who she's talking about.
No, well, I meant the criminal division for her.
Oh, that's true. They just talked to
Like-
cybersecurity. Everyone says that I got a friend at the FBI. Maybe they do. I don't know, but probably like retired, not a part of it anymore or anything like that. So, okay, Jan. Okay.
And he had said to her, he texted her, "I will destroy your life. I will destroy your reputation." And that was 2 years ago. And he's just continued this.
Is he local here? Or
Yeah, he's local.
What's his name?
He's local. His name is Greg Gillespie. But he could have called from a fake number, or like I say, he's tried
That
to
didn't sound like Greg.
start stuff online. She contacted the Scottsdale Police Department with a lot of instances of these,
Yikes.
and they sent it to the prosecutor's office. And the prosecutor's office said that they didn't think they could get a conviction on it. They said there was a lot of stuff, but they didn't know that if they would be able to get a conviction on it. So I think that one of his motives is to try to make it so that when her order against him comes up,
Oh
for
my
review
God,
next
Jan,
year,
you talk so
that
much.
he can say, "Well, look, she's she's
Mhm.
crazy. Look at all this stuff that he's posted online about her, and you
Yeah.
know."
Well, and then especially for her, document it, get copies of it, so then she can go right back to the judge and be like, "This
Right.
is what's going on."
Right. And he's contacted a podcaster who has also been doing just
Right.
relentless posts about her. And
That's so strange.
I know.
Well, what happened, what prompted a lot of this stuff is my daughter became pregnant by the guy who was the bachelor last
Fucking
year.
Bachelor.
Oh,
And she became pregnant by him in May. And then he was acting like, "Oh, you're not really pregnant, or if you are pregnant, it's not mine." And then other times he was saying to us like, "Oh, but he wanted to be involved in the pregnancy," and all this kind of stuff. So anyhow, when this ex-boyfriend found out about her pregnancy with this guy, then it sent him into kind of an overdrive thing. And then he reached out to him, and it's like my daughter finally did a big post on Medium the other day, explaining, just the toll that all of this has taken on her, and how it's crazy beyond belief.
And she's supposed to be like 7
I
Go
think
get
there's
Laura.
probably somebody. Our neighbor babysits dogs.
Oh,
for the daytime,
okay.
so I think this
Yeah.
is like pickup.
Oh, okay. So we're like, oh.
I know. I'm always kind of like that too.
Get online. I also try to get online. You can contact Google and different places and have her information removed from online, like house, phone number, things like that.
Okay.
Work on doing that too.
Yeah, just talk to
Try to
Google.
get as much information as you can offline.
Do you have a direct
I know
number?
it's hard.
Yeah.
We have to do it, and that's exactly how they tell us to do it. And there's ways to like whitepages.com, and you can go on. There's a link. It says remove my information. And you can go on
My
that.
gosh,
First
you
start doing
sweet
all that
summer
information
child.
too. And then I get that they're coming to the house, but see what you can do to block that information.
Right.
So,
Well, I feel really awful for you guys because this is it's a waste of resources, and it's obviously prank stuff.
Yeah.
That's your daughter. I mean, like,
But
the
do
waste
you
of all
know
the
what
resources
phone
she's
number
used.
had contacted?
it's a
I have to-
415 area code. It's out of New York.
415 is
Exactly.
San Francisco, because we're
Yeah.
from San Francisco. Our numbers are 415.
Oh,
The
okay.
415 one day I tried.
I don't even know. I mean, it is kind of weird if there's a wellness check and Laura is supposedly 7 months pregnant with twins. Yeah. Why don't you have eyes on a pregnant woman?
That's the number they have for her.
Even though we know
The person that called us gave us that phone number to contact her, so that whoever called doesn't have her.
It's getting old
current
information
Hi,
online.
Wendy.
Okay, do you have, because I just like to.
Give me a second. I'll walk out and go grab it.
Oh, that would be great, because I'd really like to see if I think it's probably a fake number, but
Probably.
But yeah, if you could let me know, that would be great.
Do you know how to spell Greg's last name? Is it Gillespie? Do you know his date of birth by chance?
Yeah, these
Or
must be
how
like
old he
new
is?
baby cops.
I think
that they don't
he's
know this story
around
from the
Laura's age,
precinct.
so I think maybe
already.
89 or 90.
Or maybe the other police gave him this as a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
Okay, I was like,
That was
okay.
part of their
No, I-
hazing.
When I said old boyfriend, I
That
meant
was part of their
old boyfriend.
hazing. They're like, here you go.
Yeah,
New
89
guy.
or 90.
And is he white, black, Hispanic?
I'm surprised
he's
this
white.
was
He's white now.
He's white, yeah.
And he lives here in Scottsdale, you said?
Yeah, I think he lives on.
Okay. Has he been harassing her by stopping by the house at all? Anything like that?
Yeah, that's weird.
He
It's not-
has gone into her email.
Oh, stop.
They
You're
dated
still spouting
very
that
briefly,
story.
and she became pregnant by him.
Okay.
And
What are the odds?
he was very
That happened like 2 years
shall we say,
ago.
violent
Jan.
in his effort to get her to have an abortion. So she filed an abortion coercion case against him,
Allegedly.
which really ticked him off.
Yeah.
She didn't ask for any money for her. She asked for a charitable donation for abortion coercion. Did you get it?
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay, let me see here.
And that's, that's how Laura was able to get away with so much. Because, again, people can't fathom the reality of what actually happened. Because, like,
text
what?
so I can text myself.
156.
Why would anybody put themselves in that position? Right? Laura, she could be tied up. She's an adult. That's weird.
So they do not produce Laura during this?
And I'm going to actually give them a
not.
call to follow up with them.
Okay.
What does Greg drive? Do you know?
I don't.
Don't.
I don't.
Okay.
She didn't. I was saying that my daughter had briefly dated this Greg guy, and in
See, our cops here would have been like, I don't care, go get her. I don't care if it's prank calls. We have to do our due diligence.
He was very violent in his effort to persuade her to take abortion pills.
Really? Where's the police
And
report for that?
She filed an abortion coercion case against him, not
has no
seeking
merit.
any money, but saying, nobody should be,
False, Jan.
taking
False. She said she wanted $47,000 from Greg. So she was going to donate it because she's a good person. But that's not true, Jan.
They never go and get her?
I guess not. Chat would never
Oh
lie.
my God.
the mouth and forcing pills down your throat to get you, to have an abortion.
Right.
And
But
so
she's
this
still willing to work with
really
us.
started all of his anger against her. And she was able to get a protective order against him. And, it's just like I say, this whole thing has, once he found out, that she was pregnant by the Bachelor guy, then he was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to go tell him this stuff. And he's made lies. I mean, absolute, he's made crazy things. He's posted online stuff saying that he went to high school with her, which he never did. I mean, he's posted on these Facebook.
Oh, that's right. Because they think
saying
everybody's great.
that he knew her in high school and that she was pregnant by a developmentally disabled kid, the father of somebody else, the school principal. I mean, things that are so unbelievably outrageous.
He's obviously
it's
Greg.
just like, it's to really, I think, try to discredit her again, so that when her order against him comes up, that it'll look like, oh wow, you look at the stuff online, man, So
there is a current.
But
order
listen,
of
nobody reasonably believed that comment that we did read yesterday about her being pregnant by so many people in high school. Nobody reasonably read that comment and thought that it was real. I mean, maybe a few.
I question
but,
everything.
Also, it's Reddit. So it could easily have just been Sark. It could have been tons of things. It doesn't mean that it's Greg, Jan. And you think that's outrageous? Oh boy, wait till the court.
And against him.
Yes.
I
yes,
can't wait
there
to
is.
court.
And
Was
like I
that
said, it
filed through
expires next year.
Scottsdale or
Yeah.
county? Okay. So, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, and the guy is unhinged. I mean, I had no clue when, you know, I had said to her when she wanted to file this abortion coercion case in the first place, I said, you know what, just let sleeping dogs lie, just be done with him and everything like that. And she was like, no, I feel really strongly about what he did and the way he did it to me. And
yeah, it's wild.
so, you know, she went ahead with it, and as I say, it just started this torrent of yeah, really, really bad stuff. But anyway,
we watched that one yesterday.
I appreciate it.
Wild.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
yeah.
I'll definitely look into trying to get any information you can removed online, because they had your name too.
They did. What did they have? As
Elizabeth.
okay, that's my given name. Jan is my nickname. Jan's the
Elizabeth,
name.
and then Robert.
Who?
Ron. What was it? When I took a picture of it, just
Oh, okay. Yeah.
they have your husband's name too.
Okay, Ron.
Ron.
Okay.
I mean, I have.
And this address. So
She blames
I
everybody
would,
for her epilepsy.
I would definitely try to see whatever you can remove from online.
Yeah. No, they've been trying to post on our social media stuff. They've posted on her social media stuff. They've and this guy, as I say, when she was going out with him, he said, like, you know, well, I'm really suspicious of people. So, you know, would you give me your passwords? Because I wouldn't want to think, you know, I want everything to be, you know, I want us to trust each other. So she gave it. She was like, oh, okay, sure, no problem. So he's gone in to her.
Why would you tell your daughter, like, yeah, do
years
that? It's fine.
ago.
No, it's not fine. It's crazy.
And doctored emails and sent them as though they were from her. He's doctored letterhead. He did come here one time when she was dating him, and the first thing he said, hey, I need your parents' Wi-Fi information. He was out here and he said, I need their Wi-Fi. What's their password and stuff
What do you
like
mean when
that.
she was dating?
So
They went on 2
he's
dates.
Been doing
Yeah.
Wait, it's creepy if you ask for somebody's Wi-Fi
Laura,
password when you're
necessarily
at their
wanna
house.
wake her up, but
Uh-huh.
I
if
guess
she wants
so.
to-
Apparently, that's how he hacked everything.
Oh,
Which doesn't. I
okay.
don't know how hacking works. Okay, I don't. But did you?
I
not change
mean,
anything?
I didn't know that's kind of weird. I always be like, hey, can I log into your Wi-Fi so I don't like not have service?
Right? They called Ron Robert. They must be rookies of some kind because they don't seem to know what's going on. And there's no way they're not talking about this.
They got her so distracted that they forgot to ask to see the person. Like, what?
Pretty much. Talk
What?
in circles, talk nonstop. It's a tactic her mom uses too, apparently.
Well,
right? Dan Montana. Only Laura has the time or motivation to create fake phone numbers, fake people, fake profiles. Other people are busy working and having actual lives. And you know what's interesting when Jan points out like these emails that Greg hacked and he did fake letterheads and fake this. So she believes that it is possible to do that because that's what Laura told her. And she's like, it's outrageous that somebody would do such a crazy thing. And it's like, your daughter did those things. And you just believed what she said because you probably don't understand how any of it works. Like that judge in the OOP hearing who didn't understand that people are anonymous on the internet. So I find that very interesting. Yeah, they went on 2 dates. Did he ever go to her parents' house? Who's bringing a guy on their second date to meet her parents? I mean, she would do that, but would Greg? I don't know. Yeah, they're always back to Greg on this. It's Greg. Ugh.
Speak with someone from the police department about everything that's been going on lately, because you said it's been the third time in about the last week or so.
Right, and she had talked with Detective Reedy. I think he had come up with he had sent the stuff and forwarded it to the prosecutors, but the prosecutors just said that they'd have to be assured of getting a conviction.
Have her reach out to Detective Reedy again and let him know what's going on.
Detective Reedy's like,
that may be able to kind of help maybe refile the charges.
I think what his thing was that
obviously
it would be difficult for him to be able to prove, she was suspicious of all this stuff.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, we pretty, there's nobody else who would have the motive to do
It
this.
is, it is difficult
It's hard
to
to
prove
prove
with
it.
the-
Yeah.
It's the proven because he goes under fake names. He, like I say, he obviously
It's not proven.
Doctor, did they say what their concern was when they called?
Suicidal comments.
Okay, well, because when she posted this thing on
That's right.
Medium, she
the
had
doctor.
written in there that this unrelenting, this has gone on for months, that this had made her feel borderline suicidal.
Greg is
Okay.
anonymous.
So, but she said the
Yeah.
borderline suicidal thing, but that's not,
Yeah,
It's not the case.
right. It's like she had said to me, like, oh my
Expression.
God, how much more of this can I take?
Right.
Does she
You
have any
Luckily.
friends in New York?
Does
My
she have
daughter
any
lives
friends?
in New York.
Your
My
daughter?
other daughter lives in New York, but she's well aware of what's going
Okay.
on. She would,
And she would
you know.
contact you directly.
Oh,
if she was
of
concerned.
course, of
Okay.
course. And Laura talks to her like twice, like 2 hours a day.
Okay.
They're on the phone.
2 hours a
And I
day.
was just with my daughter in there like 5 minutes before you guys rang. And the reason she lives in the casita, and the reason I left was because she said, hey, I'm spent from all this. I just want to close my eyes for.
Wait a second. She just was like, oh yeah, Laura's asleep. And now she's like, actually, I was just talking to her. And then conveniently, when we saw you guys show up, she's like, I need a nap. Oh, okay.
A
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah.
So.
When did she post that?
When did she post the Medium thing?
Said yesterday.
Yesterday.
No, it was before yet. I mean, it was on there yesterday, but I want to say it was maybe
Mhm.
today's Tuesday, maybe Friday
knows an
night or
awful lot.
Saturday.
Okay, that kind of goes with the timeline. I'm going to give this to you. Not that you guys are in crisis, but they might be able to kind of help. Just give her someone else to talk to, or that they have resources that we don't even know exist.
Oh, really?
Reach out. They might be able to help you point you
Okay.
guys in a good direction.
Okay.
And also reach out to Detective Reed again
And
see if
just
there's
Yeah.
say
anything
that
else
this has
that
been
they-
going on.
Yeah,
And-
let him know what's been happening, and
Yeah.
that way he's kind of apprised of it too. So it might be able to help kind of
Yes,
open a different
bells.
door, a different
Right?
direction.
Uh-huh.
But reach out to him again.
Okay.
These guys have a lot of resources that we don't even know exist.
Okay.
So give them a call.
Okay. Yeah, it can't hurt because
No.
I mean, because like she had said, she had tried to be anonymous with this whole thing initially with the pregnancy with the bachelor guy, and then people were saying, well, wait, you can, or this guy was starting the conversation that wait, you can.
They went in the
Google
car and
case,
Googled,
then her
didn't
name
they?
Comes up. It's Laura Owens, and she's a podcast.
It's not that hard to fucking put the pieces together, Jan. All right. It was pretty simple to figure out
have
who
a
anybody
feeling-
is.
These cops were like, well, let's Google this shit. I need to know.
I
She
bet
said the
afterwards
bachelor
they
guy.
did.
Who is that? That's what I'm saying. Like, they were like,
Oh my. And
Yeah,
then go
come-
look at how many times they've been called by Laura being like, it's shut down Reddit. Somebody made a subreddit. I mean, I don't like it. Wow. And he says, when did she post the actual self-harm threat that we were called out to? But don't bother doing because Jan said Greg is the real problem. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this is not
She
okay.
and I do a podcast, and we've done it for
A podcast that we
I guess
don't
it's
talk about any of this on.
2017.
to
And
clear my daughter's
iTunes
name.
named us one of the top 25 most downloaded new podcasts in 2018. So
Oh,
we've had success with it. But I mean, this is just, she really had wanted to stay under the radar on this, and then she finally decided, like, hey, this guy
Right
is
there?
controlling the narrative, and I have to speak out. I have to explain what's been going on, because otherwise she was feeling like she was getting no support from anybody, because she didn't really want to go tell her friends and everything like that this was all going on.
Yeah.
So it's a nightmare. A
Yeah.
nightmare. But I coming.
No problem. Yeah, we'll put comments in there so they know.
Okay.
Kind of.
Officer Rannick was the guy who
Okay.
contacted her the other night. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
he
we'll
was
put
really
comments in there with the address, and then it'll come up in the history. We can go back and read through the comments. So we'll try to do that. To
Well,
help
what are the
you
other
guys out a
comments you
little
have,
Okay,
lady?
yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Anything.
bit. No
anything
problem.
else? Hey, wait, I've got something for you guys. Hang on one sec.
so
that's a-
you mean to tell me that a person who made
This isn't
borderline
bribing
comments said that they want to go lay down and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And Bells doesn't like, why would not you be like, oh, let's go make sure that she'll wake up.
Sleep or dead. You know,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yes.
I mean, I don't feel like dealing with this.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go to sleep. I'd be like, okay, those, you know, somebody says they just want to go to sleep. They don't want to deal with like, after that, I would be like, no, I need to see if they'll wake up.
Yeah, it's this is very unusual. Hold on,
I am so shocked.
Thank you. I
appreciate
chocolate,
it.
so
Thank you so
all right,
much.
thank you. Have a good day.
Santa.
All right, you too. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
I really think that they should have got a gift card to the House Prime Rib.
That means she doesn't even like you. Yeah, no, so they don't see her at all. They don't talk to her. They just take mom's word for it. We have this crazy batshit story that Greg is everyone on the internet and that Laura is a victim, and it's fine. They're normal people. Wow. Yikes. And she's like, oh, we'll just put it in the notes for this address. There's other notes then in this case that you guys didn't like look up. Like, yeah, we've been caught a lot here. Did she say Officer read it? No, what was his name? It was something. It started with an R, but I forget what it was.
It was Reedy.
Reedy, yes. That was the one that closed it yesterday, the one that we read, and I will read it verbatim. Let's see, I think this one is Reedy. Oh no, that's Benjamin Glass, or oh yeah, Craig Reedy. See, here we go. We read this yesterday. All right, November 28th. This is just a few weeks before. Reedy says that he was assigned as the detective. Upon reviewing this case, it has been determined no crime has been committed. All right. Laura has submitted additional pieces of evidence. However, evidence is accusing several Reddit profiles of being Clayton without any proof. One of the profiles she claimed was Clayton was a Photoshop picture of a sonogram. Laura claims this is Clayton. However, she used the same image in a previous report and claimed it was a man named Gregory Gillespie. It should be noted that a similar case was turned down by prosecutors, so he did admit to that. The case was the result of Laura making similar claims about another man, Gillespie, using fake online profiles to harass her, yet has no proof who these files were. Based on a lack of evidence, this case will not be referred to prosecution. So one kind of sent there, and the prosecution's like, no, there's nothing, because you can't prove who fucking everybody is all the time. And you can, but do you have the resources to? No, they don't. And then the other one, Detective Reedy's like, yeah, we're not going to go. I'm not even going to send this to them again. It doesn't even make any sense. Wow. So that body cam was, that was something. Just Jan, being Jan. That is wild. Oh, Dr. Death. Yeah. Was the most downloaded new podcast. As I said yesterday, if they had this popular podcast with all of these people that come on and all of these listeners, why not tell Laura's story on there to get your truth out, to save her reputation from these internet hackers and Reddit people? Why not do that? Why would you not do that? It's interesting, is all I'm saying. Very interesting, because she wanted Dave to tell her story. Dave Neal. She wanted Reality Steve to tell her story. She wanted all of these people to tell her story when she had her own fucking platform to do it, and then didn't. That's interesting. So I wonder how many times she continued to mention suicide if they put her on a 72-hour hold all the time. It's a lot. It's a lot. Buffy is looking hot today. She always does, doesn't she? She always looks good. All right. So next on our list, that was
What do you want, Dave?
What do you want, Dave? Dave is also a secret hacker.
He is.
All right. So
he's
they
our
did this
stalker.
welfare check. I don't even know if we can actually call it that, because they didn't check out Laura at all, which is very interesting. Man, I wish they would have. Because you would have known real quick if she was 7 months pregnant or not. And I think she was sleeping on purpose once she saw that the cops were there. She's like, no, Mom, just tell them I'm sleeping. Like, does her mom think she is 7 months pregnant then? Or because she doesn't tell the cops that she's pregnant. She said she was pregnant by the bachelor. She doesn't say, oh yeah, my daughter's 7 months pregnant. She's tired.
Oh, yeah. See, I missed the stuff that she didn't say.
There's a lot of shit she didn't say.
I was too interested in the stuff she was saying that I didn't even focus on all the stuff she left out.
Right. Because listen, if you talk about being pregnant or somebody is pregnant, guess what? It generates a lot of sympathy. A lot of like, okay, yeah, she's probably exhausted. It's 2. She's pregnant with twin. Of course, she's just tired and stressed out. All right. But Jan doesn't mention anything about her being pregnant. Because I be like, yeah, she's sleeping because she's pregnant. The people on the internet are stressing her out while she's about to try to bring 2 people into the world. I'd be a lot more irate than Jan was, instead of just being like, it's just a prank and she's just taking a nap. Like,
so
what?
Strange.
It is. It is.
I would have liked to see if she came out with a bump.
I know, right?
Like she put on the moon belly, shifting it around on the camera.
Because the caller, the anonymous friend that called, said she was claimed to be pregnant. So the police knew that she was pregnant. All right. It's not like they didn't know that going in. And yet you don't want to check on the welfare of a pregnant woman at all.
I was just still stuck on the fact that you have you didn't put eyes on the person at all, and you took the person who came to the door's word for it. Like they have. Okay.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
They could have her like dead body wrapped up in the bathtub, and like you just like, okay.
Right? Especially, since a lot of pregnant women get murdered. It's the number one
weird
die because people are crazy. She didn't have the pump ready. Yeah, that's crazy. You couldn't hide the pregnancy from no. Like, especially a mom who's obviously his mom. So they've had 2 kids. So I think that's all interesting. What was the date on that? The date was December 12th, 2023. So no, didn't mention. And I know that she's about to say that coming what we're going to be reading here very shortly. But, doesn't even say anything about what's going on with her daughter's health for being pregnant. It's fucking weird and not normal. But, they're also probably like, okay, well, it was no big deal. We're just doing our jobs. Do.
It is right? Weird.
She could have changed her all. So, and like this bitch ever sleeps. She doesn't. So, all right. So that was that. The next day is December 13th. And let me pull this up. We got Clayton is filing an expedited motion to extend the dismissal state. Because remember at the beginning, I said that there was not a lot was going on. So by, law or whatever, the case is going to be dismissed for inactivity. So this is them saying, yeah, please don't do that. I would like to extend that deadline since, of course, he just has counsel that came on. I think that's pretty reasonable to ask that. And we're not going to read all 17 pages because they are redos, just the first 4 pages. So you want to read these, Buff?
Oh, goodness.
Or no, I can. It's up to you. I haven't given you much today, so I don't want to be rude.
Respondent Clayton Echard, by and through undersigned counsel, hereby files his expedited motion to continue on inactive calendar and schedule an evidentiary hearing. This motion is expedited as this matter is set to be dismissed on February 2nd, 2024, and respondent is entitled to an adjudication finding of non-paternity. I'm not very good at transposing the names with.
That's okay. It's hard. It's
I know.
okay.
I have to put my brain over. So petitioner Laura has never provided. Who is this again? This is Clayton.
Clayton, yeah.
Okay. Petitioner has never provided Clayton with any substantive proof of her alleged pregnancy, and all paternity tests have indicated there is little to no fetal DNA. _highlight 72 size font.
Oops, sorry, you're still on the lesson.
Clayton maintains that the sexual activity that took place was not conducive to a pregnancy. Nevertheless, and as recently as December 8th, Laura continues to publicly maintain that she is pregnant with Clayton's twins.
Mm-hmm.
Twins. Right. Clayton believes the pregnancy has been fabricated as a means of harassing Clayton, who has an injunction against harassment against Laura due to the harassing nature of her communications with Clayton. Well, that's a lot of okay. Due to Petitioner's relentless assertions that she is pregnant with Clayton's twins and repeated outreach to the media about the alleged and very disputed pregnancy, Clayton is entitled to the judicial finding of non-paternity as and for his motion, Clayton, motion. Okay, stop. Rewind. It's Friday.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
And as
a new edition. I imagine what next scene.
And as for his motion, Clayton states as follows: this matter has been pending since Laura filed a petition to establish paternity and legal decision-making, parenting time, and child support on or about August 1st, 2023. Okay. No, Laura also... No, we're not there yet. I'm still trying to not eat my tongue while I talk. Laura also subsequently filed a motion to communicate and motion for contempt, attempting to coerce Greg into communicating with her prior to the birth, I love his quotations, of the alleged and believed to be entirely fictitious twins, predating the injunction against harassment. Both of these motions were denied by this court. Notably, Laura testified under oath without medical support at the injunction against harassment hearing that the twins are due February 14th, 2023.
What are the odds? I love babies.
I love that. Valentine's baby.
Of course. She's so special.
Clayton timely filed his response on or about August 21st, 2023. Contemporaneously, and I can say that word, with his filing is Clayton's motion for leave to amend Respondent's response to petition to establish paternity. They have got to get smaller names for these.
All right. Like, can we just, not use long, but that's how it goes. So.
Right. Okay. So Laura has not provided scientific proof that she is pregnant. Laura has provided a video of a sonogram that appears to have been borrowed, quote, from a YouTube video from 7 years ago. A video showing her pregnant stomach, quote, which is believed to be edited and or depicts Laura wearing a fake stomach, screenshots of an alleged appointment dates with doctors, and multiple positive HCG tests. Laura has not provided any verified sonogram reports, fetal anatomy, and anatomy. I can say it contemporaneously, but anatomy. I cannot say anatomy. Required at 18 to 22 weeks. Sonogram images from various checkups showing the progression of the pregnancy or any additional medical information that would be typical of the high-risk pregnancy with twins that Laura is claiming.
There would be so much fucking documentation. You'd be like swimming in it.
And
then people would believe you.
Testing. All kinds.
But HIPAA, Buffy. HIPAA.
I know.
Doesn't make sense, but okay.
And I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. All paternity results have come back showing little to no fetal DNA. The company that has been conducting the tests, Rabgen Inc., has conducted at least 3 paternity tests, 2 of which have shown little to no fetal DNA, and 1 was allegedly lost in transit. Ravgen Inc. does not provide written reports without a court order, which explains the DNA process. Upon information and belief, it's supposed to be belief. Ravgen Inc. is waiting on a 4th test before they can complete their report, but Laura has not cooperated. You don't say. You don't say. You don't say. Okay, Laura has registered. Wait, Respondent. Clayton has registered himself on the, I don't know how to say, putative.
Yeah.
There's no N. Putative father registration. Laura has been forced to register on the putative father registry out of fear that Petitioner will use her social media platform to further promote her false pregnancy narrative. What is a putative father registry?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe that's child support. I don't
know. Clayton is entitled to finding of non-paternity. Petition began this action in bad faith and based on entirely fabricated pregnancy.
Wait, look it up. Okay, hold on. Text packet's yelling at us.
Oh, I see it.
So
She's spamming the chat. Okay, what is it? What is it? Putative. Don't keep going.
Father.
You need to know that. It's crazy.
Punitive father.
Putative. There's no N.
Putative. Okay.
That's why I'm having trouble to say it, because my brain does want to put an N in there and it's not.
Okay, let's see what this is. Let's share a tab here.
Oh, side quest.
Side quest. All right. So we'll just go with the AI, whatever, even though sometimes they're wrong. Oh, you know what? Actually, here. We'll use errors. Okay, that's a lot, but okay. So the putative father's registry is a person who is seeking paternity, who wants to receive notice of adoption proceedings, and who is the father or claims to be the father of a child, shall file notice of a claim of paternity and of his willingness and intent to support the child to the best of his ability with the state registrar of vital statistics in the Department of Health Services. The Department of Health Services shall provide forms for the purpose of filing the notice of a claim of paternity. Forms shall be made available in the department. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. The notice of a claim of paternity may be filed before the birth of the child, but shall be filed within 30 days. Okay. So are they saying that if the court determines the claimant is not the child's father, it shall notify that? So basically it's saying that he has rights, yeah? That like I am?
It's to stop from the babies being adopted out without him knowing.
Okay. So yeah. So it's kind of like some father's rights, if you will. Right?
That's what it sounds like.
Because you have to like sign away your rights to not receive any.
So that she could claim that so that if she claims that she had the baby and I adopted him out, so now he can't get the baby.
Okay. I see.
Because
I didn't know that was a thing.
She's diabolical. She would probably do that.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
The more you know.
I didn't know there was a list for that. Like that you could say, I want to put put a list together so that I would know if she adopts out a kid.
Oh, here at the bottom it says, if any adoption proceeding there is not showing a punitive father has consented to the adoption or has waived his rights regarding the proposed adoption, the petitioner shall file with the court before the court enters a final decree. Okay, so this is notifying the father that that's happening. I imagine most states have something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know that it even existed. But
yeah, I know. The more you learn, it's like a early Llama learns about.
Right. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. The files, so yeah, LO couldn't put the babies up for adoption, covering all bases. So she has to show legal paperwork for anything. Okay.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
They're trying to like blockade her in. Yeah.
Like that's super smart.
She did fake a contract from some lady claiming she adopted his twins. Wait, what?
What?
She did a fake contract from some lady claiming to what? She didn't.
No.
Wow. Well, it says the saddest part is that Winnick probably knew about it from representing actual parents in family court in the past. Sure. That makes sense. But wow.
I just
So no thanks. Okay. Says, yeah, at this point, because you guys were around in real time, we were all anticipating how she was going to try to get out now that she was this far in, and claiming she gave them up was a possibility. Oh, no. See, this is why I'm like, I don't understand who would do this? Oh, Laura, that's who. Laura would fucking do that. That is wild. Because, yeah, if she's, 7 weeks, she either has to have the babies or they're going to be stillborn, which means you have to have death certificates and
you have to have a
funeral and all of
whole,
that.
Like
Autopsy
baby
thing.
Body.
Yeah. 2 of them because she's having twins. So where are you going to produce two of those? Ooh, interesting. I did like that. Now I see. Ooh, look at you guys with your little but wait, there's more. Someone claimed they adopted her babies. You were worried she was going to steal a fetus? Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. But
that's
she
what I
would
would say.
too.
What's in game here? At some point, you're going to either have to produce you're going to have to produce a baby. Either way, either a stillborn or a live birth. Like,
yes, now I know why you were yelling at us. Thank you for taking us on that side quest there.
She's yelling at us. Yeah, that's how I am, yelling at the screen most of the time. I'm like, nobody hears me.
She was trying all options since she showed up to court allegedly 24 weeks pregnant and couldn't claim a miscarriage. Because again, you'd have to file, it's viable-ish at that point. So you got to do all sorts of things. Wow. It was past 20 weeks. And so it assumed she would claim she adopted them out. Wow. Dave, have a good day, Dave. I don't know how you do that, just learning what we learned, but that's okay. Okay. All right. What? Oh my gosh.
That is crazy.
All right. So.
All right.
We're on 8 here.
I'll try not to chew on my tongue for the rest of it. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys. So this matter should be continued at least 60 days to allow respondent to receive discovery from Laura. Laura, contrary to Rule 49, has not provided any disclosure to Clayton. Though Clayton vehemently denies that Laura is pregnant by him, he is entitled to discovery that includes verified, non-edited, or otherwise fabricated medical records. I love his little subtle jabs.
Right.
Clayton requests this court to set a virtual, needs to be in person, 30-minute evidentiary hearing on the issue of paternity/non-paternity, attorney's fees, and Rule 26 sanctions based on Laura's unreasonable behavior in filing this action without any scientific proof of pregnancy and continuing to publicly claim she is pregnant by Clayton. Clayton requests that she be ordered to pay his reasonable attorney's fees and costs incurred in this action pursuant to some code. Wherefore, respondent respectfully requests this court enter the following. Scroll, please.
Oh, sorry. Okay. That's fine. You don't need to do that part. They're just wanting to extend it by 60 days and, attorney's fees and whatever the court thinks is the end to that one. We're not going to, the rest is all repeats. So
I was not prepared to read out loud. Caught up me off guard.
See, there's Lauren.
I apologize for everybody who endured that.
With her weird middle tooth from the AI. Yeah, Laura, you dumb. Okay, so they filed that on December 13th. The next day, December 14th, is an Owens versus Neal hearing was set to be heard on December 18th. But Laura does what she always does and hires a last-minute counsel named Negan Yamini, who was new. So the hearing gets pushed out to February because, of course it does. Just what she wanted. She always, right? You think you've heard it all with this wackadoo, and then boom, something worse. Like, it's diabolical Laura. All right, so that gets pushed to February. Then December 15th, Laura files notice of lodging of proposed form of judgment in her case with Gillespie. All right, which the reason being for that is that due to the fact that all parties were unsuccessful in asserting their claims, she is requesting that the court issue an order that the parties bear their own fees and cost. Because remember, after that, the judge is like, you guys decide, then come at me with a number. And she's saying, you know what? Neither of us won, so we're just each responsible for our own thing. Convenient. Well, that same day, Greg files his application for cost. And these are just takeaways. We're not going to read the whole thing. This is really the main part of it. Their claim was, hey, Laura started this bullshit. All right. So Greg brought counterclaims of fraud and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Greg was basically forced to defend himself against a claim that is not supported by Arizona law, i.e. abortion coercion. Laura presented utterly, this is the quote, Laura presented utterly no evidence of her claim.
Utterly
nothing. Utterly nothing. And then lastly, they wanted her to pay $65.33 in court cost. From like filing fees and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So, okay. Oh, you're running. Look at you. No, thanks. I don't run. Good for you. All right. So, they want her to pay like $63. So then Laura files her response to that. And her lawyer's like, well, neither party won, so nobody should pay anything. And the abortion coercion claim only failed due to constitutional issues, not Laura's conduct. No. It's Laura didn't do nothing wrong. It's the law. So, and that they said Greg's counsel argued he wanted to be done with Laura and that a $63.55 judgment will do nothing more than maintain a reason for the two to have additional contact, even when the award is hardly any benefit. And her lawyer's probably right here, but he says Greg probably paid his attorney more to draft this request than the award is actually worth. That's what her lawyer wrote. I was like, oh, he's not wrong, probably.
I mean, yeah, but he wants her to write the check.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Exactly, which is totally fine. I don't blame them.
Like, I want my pound of flesh.
I would too. This fucking nonsense. All right, so we got another document. We only got a few more of these left to go, guys. And for my besties and higher members, I just moved Llama Learns About to like 2:45, just so I have a little break. It could be later than that, but we'll see. It's definitely happening though. Let's see, where was I? Okay, so this is going to be from the Dave Neal suit. All right. And this is a declaration in support of motion to quash a subpoena from none other than Chase J. Jones, who we've learned is Laura Owens. This is her doing virtual blackface because this is the journalist from Howard that was trying to cancel Clayton from dancing to a song with the N-word in it. I cannot believe she did this. This is nuts. All right. So Chase files this. I, Chase Jones, declare as follows. I am the individual associated with the Google account linked to the email address blah, which is subject to a subpoena in the above entitled matter. I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth in this declaration and could and would competently testify to them if called as a witness.
Oh, how was she planning on pulling that off?
I know, right? But this is also her being like, yeah, I don't want to do that though. I don't want to show up. This declaration supports the motion to quash the subpoena issued in the case of Laura Owens versus Dave Neal, demanding extensive information from my Google account. The subpoena requests detailed financial and account ownership information that is excessively broad and not tailored to the specific issues of this case. Such requests are unreasonable and oppressive, exceeding the scope of permissible discovery. The information, lack of relevance, the information sought by the subpoena does not have a reasonable connection to the disputed facts of the case. The demand for comprehensive account details is irrelevant to the subject matter of the ongoing litigation. This is all awfully short for somebody who's like a journalist at a very prestigious university, but okay. 5, privacy concerns and constitutional rights. This definitely feels like ChatGPT, but okay. Producing the requested information would infringe upon my privacy rights as protected under the California Constitution and the 4th Amendment. The subpoena unjustifiably violates these rights. Protection under federal laws. The information in my Google account is protected under the Stored Communications Act. Well, that's kind of up to debate in some of the things I've seen recently. So apparently your Google searches aren't as protected as you think.
Okay, wait a minute. Why are they subpoenaing J.J. Jones?
Oh, okay. So just a refresher. Before she tries to, sue Dave with the civil harassment or whatever. So a few days before that hearing and the release of the, cancel article. So this account, this Chase J. Jones person, had emailed Dave privately with this press release of, hey, this is going to be going to the press soon. And it was about canceling Clayton for dancing to a song with the N-word in it, even though that's literally all he was doing with cute little penguins. There's nothing wrong with it. And because Dave explains this on his video, I don't remember which one, but that's how I was like, what? So this person had messaged him. He just kind of ignored it. He was like, that's kind of stupid. But then he was like, okay, if you are who you say you are, like, let's do a video Zoom call. Like, I need to verify that you're who you say you are, because I mean, that makes sense. You're dealing with randos emailing you. It could be anybody, right? So he wants to do his due diligence. And he's like, I'd like to do that. And of course, this account goes silent. Doesn't respond back to him. Doesn't want to work with with Dave at all. And so then the article comes out that it's, by Chase J. Jones or whatever. And then the internet sleuths eventually discover that it's actually all traceable back to Laura. And so I think that's why Chase J. Jones is brought up in the Dave Neal fiasco that's going on. Is that correct, OGs?
I guess so. Are they okay? So she's suing Dave Neal or trying to take him to court for for that. Mm-hmm. And so they want to bring Chase J. Jones in here to testify, and that's the subpoena. But he's trying to get it. Is trying to get it quashed so that he does not have to go in and testify.
Well, not really testifying. It's turning over his emails and things. They're asking for that. He's like, yeah, you can't just ask for them. That's what their argument is. So it's not just testifying. It's about his Google account in general, his emails, all of that.
Yeah, I guess I feel like we missed a step in there. Dave Neal bringing in okay, this person, and then there being I guess I was just trying to make the dot connection between.
I don't know
why are we bringing this guy into it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see any of the documents from the last one we read in this case of this. But I imagine, I'm sure she wrote somewhere, and Dave was telling everyone that I was doing virtual blackface and blah, 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 blah. I imagine she had to have written something about that. She thinks.
Okay. That's why I was wondering. I was like, okay, well, how did he get brought into this? Mm-hmm. And I know I talk about him like he's a real person. We know he's not, but I am how did.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just my speculation. I think there's other videos where Dave talks more into it, but I didn't get that far in the playlist. Because again, I was like, oh, it's around the same time that we're doing this. So I only watched like a few from each of the weeks, to see like what was going on in real time. So I don't know, maybe that's what happened. I don't know. All right. So they go on to say that the subpoena issued in this case is overbroad, irrelevant, infringes upon constitutionality and federally protected privacy rights. Therefore, it is imperative that this motion to quash the subpoena be granted and protect my rights, blah, 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 blah. But it looks very Chase J. Jones. I served a copy of this declaration in support all subpoena on all parties and their legal representatives in case. Question for the OGs. If it was proven that she was, in fact, pretending to be Chase J. Jones, which I believe has been proven, if I recall, how'd she not get in trouble for this? Why is this not? Well, it's in California, so maybe that's why. Arizona it doesn't matter. So maybe that has something. It'd be up to California to press those charges if they wanted to. So never mind. I think that answered my own question. So there's that. There's also the next day. There's Laura's sad Facebook video. Which
Montana says, is Chase J. Jones on the witness list for the criminal trial?
I don't know. I haven't seen the witness list. I would like to know.
I would love to see that happen. That would be fun to see how that works.
Right? I'd be very interested in it. So Laura posts on her own Facebook a video of, Dave Neal talking about her. And then she proceeds to cry. So I don't know if we're allowed to play it or not. But you know what? Why not? Why not?
What?
I don't see why not.
I was reading the chat. I got distracted. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying I have the Laura crying video.
Oh.
So, geez, are we allowed to play it?
Will she get triggered?
Let's put it up here so you know which one I'm talking about. It was the one that was on the victims for Laura Owens. Right?
Why
so
wouldn't we be allowed to play it?
Because she's a crazy pants. We are allowed to play it, but is it worth? Go for it. Okay. Cheers. All right. Well, here we go. So Laura posted this on her Facebook. Again, it's public. I don't know why we wouldn't be able to anyway. She just thinks she knows how things work.
Can we zoom in or no?
I mean, it's a vertical. There's not much we can do about that.
I was just wondering.
So
nostril flaring.
I haven't watched this, and neither has Buffy. So no, if this was the Facebook, if this is the Facebook video, don't play it. Oh, okay. I don't know. All right, now this is why I was wondering, because this was the one thing that I saw a lot of people say, not to, but
okay. Well, I'll have to look at it off.
You know what, though? If it does, all we have to do is cut it out of the stream, and then it goes right back up. So I don't really care.
Yeah, but you lose your live chat when you cut things out of the stream, just so you know.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know. We've only had to do it like 2 times.
No. If you blur something, you don't lose your live stream. But once you make a cut in your studio, you lose your live chat.
All right. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and play it. We'll stop it every 5 seconds and talk over it. And then there is literally nothing she can do about that. So fuck it.
I can't wait to look down and get that notification.
It's fine. I'll print it out and put it on the fridge.
About you.
All right.
Those aren't threats. That's called the truth is rising to the surface. Economics. You learned that there is always a price for everything.
Yes. Yeah. Dave.
Would I stop talking for $10,000? No. Would I stop talking for $1 million? Yeah. I would take $1 million to shut up, and I would say, all right, somebody else, you're up next. I'm done. Now, do I think she's going to offer me money? No, I don't. I don't think she will. Say I'm harassing you.
I would
if you do all of these things.
That's great.
I might go away the next person's going to pop up,
And
whether
Dave's
they're
right.
in Australia or Arizona or any
or Ohio and Louisiana.
Don't
Represent.
confirm my location. I'm just kidding.
Oh, at this point, it's Dave's video. Oh, Dave is cool about this sort of stuff.
where it's not going away. You need to go away.
Yeah.
It's too bad that we have to use Clayton Echard's name here to drive traffic to it. But at this point, it's like, what can you do? You know, he knows it. I hope she doesn't think that I'm going away. And I think that's the point.
My name is Laura Owens, and I know that before I even started this video, people on Reddit, just by virtue of the fact that I'm speaking up for myself, have started threads about me where they're critiquing my looks, where I'm becoming a meme.
They're critiquing your looks because you don't look like you're fucking pregnant. I mean, maybe they were saying other hurtful things. Probably. I don't know. She is obsessed with what people think she looks like, which makes sense because, well, I don't know what she does and doesn't have, but I suppose that would make a lot more sense. But they were critiquing your looks because you don't look like you're pregnant with twins.
Objectively, I do think she's a very good-looking, attractive woman. I mean,
yeah,
she is. I'm sorry, she's on the outside. I wouldn't have ever done that. I know the chat's not going to agree with me on that, but
yeah, we've seen the guys that she's caught, and they're very good-looking gentlemen.
I don't think she's ugly.
So I don't think she's ugly either. I think she's ugly on the inside.
Well, that's not what we were talking about.
That is not what we're talking about.
I think she's a very attractive woman. If only,
No, but the Instagram went too far with the body. Oh, I don't like that. I don't play those games. That's not okay. That's not okay because it's very serious.
I will make fun of you over your choices.
Mm-hmm.
You choose to put that weird ass bun on the top of your head. Right. That's gonna get it called out.
Mm-hmm. But I don't like when people do that either. You know, I was very, very thin for most of my life until literally a year ago when I finally put on weight as a normal person. And there was no reason for it. I just have a high metabolism. I've always been that way. My brother, my mom, we're all like that, you know. But people would always make comments about how skinny I was. And it was really annoying and hurtful. As a matter of fact, after I had my son, you know, I was 147 pounds, I think, when I gave birth to him, which is, you know, pretty not that heavy. I'm 5'7", in case you're wondering. But I had to return back to work like a month later, you know, so 4 to 6 weeks after I had him. I had a C-section and everything. And I was serving, and, you know, all the tables I would wait on would be like, you know, new parents with their baby, right? And I was a new parent with a baby. And I had to stop talking about being a new mom with a baby. Because anytime I would ask them at the table, like, oh, hey, oh my gosh, how old's your little baby? They'd be like, oh, he's like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, like I just had one too. He's only like 5 or 6 weeks. They would look at me and say things that they would comment on my size and my weight because they're like, oh, well, you don't look like you had a baby. And it was just like, it got really uncomfortable. Like I wasn't allowed to be excited with them because our bodies look different or whatever. And so I just had to stop talking about being a new mom because the way people reacted about that. So I definitely don't like, but you have no idea why someone may or may not be the size that they are. And it's really hurtful because I don't know why people think they can make comments all the time on that, but it's not okay. I'll put it this way. The only comment I have to make about Laura is I am very concerned about her. I'm very concerned. It's all I have to say about that. So I don't like when people do that. There's plenty of other things you can pick apart. Don't pick apart somebody for that. It's not okay. Even if you wish you were like them, it's still hurtful. So, all right, back to this.
And content creators like Dave and Steve are happy because they have
see it.
something to
Sorry. Thanks. I forgot. I made us big. All right.
talk about on their podcasts and YouTube channels tomorrow. So they have all of that.
Okay.
And what I have is what I feel like
Is she wearing a kimono?
no privacy anymore.
Girl, you do not get to cry about having no privacy when you literally went to the public with this to get the public, your words, to get the public to make Clayton be a parent. You did that. You went to the public.
She looks like she's at a spa.
Right? I know. It looks like she's wearing
Or
like
in
a
a
kimono.
bed, in a robe or something. I don't know.
Oh, what's this? Kimbo coming in. Docket update. Laura has filed a request for an extension of time, requesting 62 more days. Oh, this is in the Mike Maricini DVRO appeal renewal. Okay. I thought you were going to say for the plea deal. Like, girl, if you can't decide.
I was like, seriously? Because doesn't she have till the end of the month now? Like April 30th, right?
Yeah, that's what I believe it was. Yeah. So, but like, come on. You did this to you. You did.
Mm-mm.
No reputation.
You have no
reputation. Name.
Are there tears?
And this is
I'm not going to say it. I was going to say, you know who this reminds me of? Eyebrows. What's her name?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I know I did this to myself, but I'm really sad. Can't you see me cry?
And line crime.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is by no means a cry for help. I'm not suicidal right now. I'm not at all. I just feel like it's important for me to speak out and say that this is how I'm feeling as a result of what they've done to.
Why does she keep looking off to the side like, oh, fuck. I forgot what I'm supposed to say. What are words normal people with feelings?
Because Jan's standing off to the side with the cue cards, and she's like, I'm done with that one. The next one.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, no, there's not. Her face doesn't even look like blotchy enough for like ugly crying. You know, again, I'm not calling her ugly. I'm calling ugly crying. We all know what that means.
Usually my nose is all snotty and gross whenever I'm crying that hard.
Right. Right. Well,
me. And this is how it looks like if you've been cyberbullied, as I have.
You wanted the internet to bully Clayton into being a dad to invisible babies.
And mischaracterized for months.
Mm-mm. I mean, do I think she
since I became pregnant by The Bachelor?
Since I became pregnant by The Bachelor, why are you calling him that? Instead of Clayton, are you going to tell your kids, oh, The Bachelor's calling to come pick you up? Like, what? That's you trying to be on that clout by saying it that way, you know?
That's exactly what that is. Because she's playing that up, that angle.
Right.
Still.
Right? The Bachelor, as if Clayton isn't more than that, but okay. Okay.
There were two men who I have restraining orders against who contacted that Bachelor.
Wait, did she keep calling him Bachelor? So she's like, I didn't name you, even though she's done that numerous times everywhere. So, okay. All right.
Contacted content creators, and they decided that it was free game to talk about my past.
How dare they?
They said that I had done this before, and
she's like, no, not through a BJ or twins. This case is very different. It's very different than the last one. Okay.
Saying that I had done this before, they meant that I had been pregnant before, which I have. I've been pregnant twice before, which is something that I really didn't want to come out because I thought people would judge me for it. And people have already.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, girl, that's not, come on. Come on. You had 2 other pregnancies. I'm assuming she's talking about Mike and Greg, which we know is BS. And what people are going to judge you. That's the least of your concerns about what people are judging you for, ma'am. All right.
There is literally no way I could ever cry like that in front of a camera. I'm even if I was sitting here talking to you guys about something that's horribly tragic happened and I started like tearing, I would automatically shut the camera off. Like, I can't imagine holding a camera up to my face, crying like that so that everybody can watch me cry.
Right. Minnie, isn't it also their past? Yeah, but don't think of it like that. Only hers is important, not anybody else. All right. How dare they? Right? She didn't want that to come out. No, she didn't. She knows why. She knows why.
Yeah, I know they have. And I did have 2 abortions in the past, but it was not their right to say that. Like, I wasn't ready for that to come out.
Oh my gosh, very theatrical. Are we sure she's not sending this to The Bachelor? It's like her audition tape. Look at me.
This is
I can cry on camera.
And uncomfortable.
And I've been really, really harassed for it.
There, she's not wiping anything from her face.
Made
at
more
all.
than 50 videos and more like podcast content than I could possibly
makeup not even running.
Count.
Oh, there she goes.
Talking about
She's like, oh wait, there's nothing. Shit.
He specializes in Bachelor content, but what he's talking about has nothing to do with The Bachelor.
You just said you were pregnant by The Bachelor, ma'am.
Girl, bring an onion next time.
Right. Like, she sounds like she ate a box of cigarettes. Yikes. Yikes. Wink says she claims she had like 2 of them with Mike alone, but she can't keep her own story straight. Right? Like, okay, well, you know, we read everything between you and Greg. But I forgot, Greg catch your email, and they're all from him the whole time, but whatever. You know, so, okay.
It has to do with me and my past. It's shaming me for it.
That's not what people are shaming you for.
And it's like, I feel like anything that like anything in my life that I you know, like embarrassed or ashamed.
Embarrassed. Oh wow. This is better than I thought it was gonna be.
I am having secondhand embarrassment right now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very embarrassing. Listen, it's not the abortions that people have a problem with. It's that you're a liar who lies, who is so vindictive, you're out to ruin people's lives just because they don't want to date you.
I don't understand how you can even focus on anything she's saying. I'm too immersed in her facial reaction.
Well, we got to split it somewhere, right? Right? She styled her hair to do the video. It's just really like how her face will turn completely normal, like afterwards. Like, I've ugly cried so many times in my life. Like, that's not how any of that works. Not at all. Do I feel like, yeah, she feels like she's been bullied on the internet? Sure. Has she? No, I don't think so. But come on.
Enough, like these 2 prior abortions have just been brought to light and have been like just things that have helped him monetize the channel.
Again, put it on your own
I was
podcast.
called every name in the
Everybody
book.
else's.
Steve has called me a dumbass.
Oh, that's where that comes from. Oh, that's I'm sound clipping that.
Is that the worst thing anybody's ever called you? Because you might want to watch your show. We have called you way worse things than a dumbass.
That's a sound clip I need, like a sound bite.
Steve called me a dumbass. I didn't realize it was like that.
I keep seeing people put it in the chat, and I'm like, I have no idea what that means. I'm sure it's very funny, and now it's like, now I know.
Steve called me a dumbass.
Yeah.
Look at that. I can make that voice, and I'm not even crying. You see how easy that is, Laura?
I think I'm gonna make that my ringtone on my phone.
Now you can just say that to Mr. Buffy. I'm gonna say it to Elbow Feet too. I'll just be like, Steve called me a dumbass.
Every time somebody sends me a text message, it's gonna say,
well, okay. I'm just glad I took my earpod out. Right? Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Fucking moron.
A fucking moron.
He likes to say my full name when he refers to me.
Yeah.
And Dave.
Wait, so you're upset about being called a dumbass and a fucking moron. That's what upsets you the most. Okay. Okay. Wow. I've been called a lot worse.
I couldn't even know where to begin with Dave. He said he would stop talking about me for $10,000. No, he wouldn't stop talking about me for $10,000, but then he would for $1 million. And he said that since he started to talk about me, that his monetization on his YouTube has gone up 4 times.
You're mad about that.
He says this on his live Patreon, which I have recorded, and then he denies it later.
Where's our screechy voice? Where'd screechy voice go? Again, you can't be mad at other people making money. That's just how the business is. You have your own fucking platform that also makes money, that you've made money on talking about other things. If you want to cash in on your story, fucking go talk about it on your podcast. Don't be upset and then be like, no one's listening to me or telling my story.
Oh, get used to it. It's called motherhood.
Right?
Nobody listens to me either.
I've begged him to stop talking about me. I've threatened him with defamation lawsuits.
Threatened?
Nothing stops him.
No, just like nothing stops you, Laura. How many times did Clayton tell you no? How many times, Laura, did Clayton tell you no? How many times did Greg tell you no, tell you to stop? And you threatened them, and you were still doing it with Clayton and on this very day. But, okay. Oh my God. Apparently she bugged out. The phone was like, oh God, we can't capture any more of this. It's too much.
And he keeps teasing that he's going to talk about another event where it gets crazier, as he says.
What? He's gonna talk more
because he found out about
literally
the worst thing that can happen to a person that happened to me in March of 2022. I really don't want to talk about it.
I really don't want to, but I guess I'm going to.
But he said he's going to talk about it if I don't. Well, not if I don't, he's just going to talk about it. He didn't say that. He's just going to talk about it. And it's better for me to get my side of this out. For me to tell the stories, since that's the only control I have anymore over it is me telling it before he does on his
You're very embarrassing.
Monetized channel.
On his monetized channel. Wow. That was okay. All right. Well, that was something.
Certainly a choice.
I'm sorry, but that was the most bullshit cry I've ever seen. That was pretty bad. Yikes. Laura, babe. That's embarrassing. And that means you recorded it, because I'm assuming it was uploaded, right? It wasn't live. She wasn't doing like a freaking whatever the fuck they call it on Facebook. I don't know, because I don't have social media, like a reel or something. Like, so she filmed herself and says, you know what? Yes. And then uploads it. I'm like, oh, okay.
So that wasn't a live stream. That was a self-recorded, or was this a live?
It was recorded. It was recorded and uploaded.
Oh, so she watched it back.
Yeah.
And
of course she did.
And said, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I absolutely, Minnie says I think meaning Dave, never threatened to talk about her fake Hoboken live streamed on the dark web story. Yeah, I wouldn't think that he would either. Again, she doesn't understand that some people do have character. And listen, Dave was very nice. He was way too nice to her in the ones I watched. He didn't have to be. And I don't think he would have talked about that either, because it's really fucked. Oh, it was on Facebook on a public post. Oh, okay. Well, then it doesn't matter who watches it then. So.
Well, I guess.
Wow.
To have pre-recorded it and posted it means that you had time to change your mind. Mm-hmm. If it was a live, there's a lot of times that I go back and go, what the fuck did I just say? I probably shouldn't have said that. I wish I hadn't said that.
All right. Like, ooh, maybe we should.
I can't believe I said that.
But yeah.
Yeah. But this wasn't a live stream. This was I had a chance not to post it, and I looked at it again and I pressed send anyway.
Yikes. Wow. Wow. So she makes this sad Facebook. Oh boy. Wow. Oh yeah. She definitely recorded it multiple times. And that's probably why she didn't have so many tears at the end, because she used all her fake ones.
I want to see the director's cut.
The extended version.
Yeah.
Where's the behind the scenes, Laura?
Yeah. I want to see unedited footage. I want to see everything you have.
Like, so she's pissed off that Dave is making money off of her story, but doesn't give a shit about all the tabloids who are making money on her story, or, you know, anything like that. The ones that are just, you know, not even that involved. But Dave, who's trying to get to the bottom of it and sees some serious things here. Fuck that guy, apparently.
Well, because the Sun and Page 6 are on her side.
Right.
And they're publishing her side.
And then Steve called me a dumbass and a fucking moron. Oh, like you're going to persuade people with those insults. Shut up. Oh my God. I think you are a dumbass and a moron. I call you dumb all the time. So, right? And if it wasn't for the public, then who was it for? Exactly. I'm just trying to get my story out there.
You've never filmed yourself fake crying and then accidentally uploaded it to FB Live and then made it public instead of private so that you could just look at it later and didn't realize that everybody else could? Like, that's never happened to you?
I know.
Must be nice, because it happens to me all the time.
So let's move on, because we're almost done. I promise. We only have a few pages left to read, and that is literally it for 2023. So Laura makes a sad Facebook video on December 20th, 2023. Then 2 days later, Laura gets an attorney of her own. New attorney, Alexis Linval. All right, a lady attorney she gets. Interesting. And obviously she probably got one since Widnick was back. She was like, fuck, I guess I'll have to hire a lawyer or something. But so Alexis Linval files this next document that we're going to read here real quick, because something really big does happen very quickly. This is Laura's motion to dismiss the petition to establish. She wants everything thrown out with prejudice. She wants it all gone. Dismissed with prejudice, basically, is what that's saying. So her new lawyer says Laura moves the court to dismiss her bullshit thing in the first place, filed on August 1st, 2023. Petitioner is not now pregnant with Clayton's children. Interesting.
What?
Wow. Okay.
Wait, so what day was this filed? Sorry, I heard you say it, but I didn't realize how pertinent it was.
December 28th.
Okay.
So after Christmas.
Oh.
That's when she hires her before Christmas, and then after Christmas, her new attorney files this. Under the ARS code, this court has jurisdiction to establish maternity or paternity. Here, there is no paternity or maternity to establish, as Laura is no longer pregnant.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. So therefore, everything should be dismissed. Don't worry about it. Let's close it down. Close it down. She's not pregnant anymore, everybody. Let's move on with our lives. What?
Wow. Is that how she decided to shut all this down?
I guess so.
How far after that video was this?
Let's see. She did the sad Facebook video on 12/20. This is filed on 12/28.
So like a week later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
A week later. Fuck her.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So here, they're talking about the underlying petition was filed on August 3rd. Clayton filed a response August 21st. On December 27th, all right, Laura's counsel sent Clayton counsel a draft of a stipulated motion to dismiss with prejudice. Clayton does not agree to the dismissal and instead seeks to utilize family court resources for a case that does not involve a family. What?
Do they make her like prove it? Well, obviously. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just like, you just like, I guess I wasn't expecting her to put that in a filing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you do this, but okay. So the legal argument is that there's, just law like, oh, it's to establish paternity, blah, 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 not super important. Clayton's only potential viable claim is for attorney's fees, which he did not personally incur. Okay. They're basically saying, because Clayton was like, let's extend time for this, dismissal or whatever. And they're saying, no. All right, because there's no paternity to talk about. We don't need to compel Ravgen. Any of that doesn't need to happen. Because they're moot, because she's not pregnant anymore. Let's see if there's any. It's a lot of legal arguing that I don't really care to do. Accordingly, the only remaining viable claim in this entire case is Clayton's claim for attorney fees from Laura. Clayton, however, crowdsourced his attorney fees from GoFundMe. And here's an exhibit of his GoFundMe. Clayton did not personally incur attorney's fees, and it is doubtful that he intends to reimburse all 331 people who donated to his cause. Clayton could easily have no attorney's fees moving forward if he agrees to the requested dismissal. So does that mean that if Laura ever asks for money because it came from her parents, she doesn't incur anything? Because that doesn't make any sense. Any fees incurred moving forward are a result of Clayton attempting to inappropriately utilize the family's court resources for a non-familial dispute. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Didn't she bring it to court?
Exactly. She brought it to family court. She brought it, but okay. All right. So that's what Alexis says. And then she shows his GoFundMe, which they raised a lot, up to $10,000 for him. But also, like, that doesn't mean anything. You don't know how many he's incurred. You just got here. All right. Now, granted, he just got a lawyer not too long ago either. But still, this guy, lady, do you even go here?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can tell by my face how floored I am by this.
Mm-hmm. Right, because she's claiming what? 8 months pregnant, and she just is no longer pregnant. We're not even going to say how, which is interesting.
We're not going to say how. We're not going to say when. We're not going to be just forget this ever happened.
It's fine. We're fine.
Just nothing to say here. I'm done. I had my little bitch fit, and I'm done. I'm over it.
Oh, I'm sure y'all raised much more. I'm sure you did. What an amazing community you guys are. Between, Greg, him, Dave, Mike. What an amazing community. She's just, see, Laura, that's what happens when you're a real, genuine person. People will support you. When you're a lying, vindictive bitch, I'm sorry. That llama just called me a lying, vindictive bitch. Yeah, when you're like that, nobody's going to support you or help you out or believe you. And you just ruined your whole future.
Too.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
Thank you.
I'm gonna soundbite that. Llama just called me a vindictive bitch. To use for later.
Right? Oh gosh. Oh, I know, Jill. You know what? You're right. Silly us, Jill. She says, for goodness sakes, ladies, her body just absorbed 2 8-month babies, which is totally normal and fine.
I know. And is anybody what happens next? Like, where do you go from here? Like, you don't have to. There's no, like,
yeah, like, where are you gonna go with this? I don't know. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, so she says they're not pregnant now. And this is the last one we have to read for today. It's a whole 2 pages. Also sent from Laura's lawyer.
But that's a whole baby.
There's 2 whole babies.
Well, yeah, but like there's babies in there, like bodies with organs and eyeballs and
listen, the female anatomy is a mystery, Buffy. It's a mystery. Nobody knows how it works. Buffy can't even think of the words. There she is. It's fine.
Sorry, my brain buffers for a while. It's fine, Buffy, and I have to move on. It takes me a while to move on.
And eyeballs. They have eyeballs.
I'm sorry. Everybody's like, this is a loon. Do not let her on live stream. I know. I'm just the whole body is in there.
Crazy.
Sorry. What happens?
And like this attorney, I don't know if he like Alexis or not. She just came in out of nowhere. But she has to be like,
baby.
But where'd the babies go, though? Like, how do you write that and not know more? She does, obviously. She has to know, right? She has to know. Okay, all right. Well, we'll be seeing next week where that goes. But our last one for today is Laura's response to extending the motion to extend the dismissal date. So they're saying that Clayton is requesting a 60-day continuance to, on before they dismiss the case, a virtual evidentiary hearing we already talked about, on paternity, non-paternity attorney's fees and rules 26 sanctions, and award of his fees. And she goes on to say, first and most importantly, Laura has concurrently filed a motion to dismiss her petition. In that motion, Laura concedes that she is no longer pregnant. Without minor children linking these unmarried parties, this court does not have jurisdiction to proceed in paternity established matter. Second, Clayton's motion is premature. The dismissal calendar deadline is not until February 2nd, so it's not clear why Clayton, who adamantly denies he impregnated Laura and has stated he wants nothing to do with her, is seeking to ensure this case is not dismissed long before the dismissal deadline. Girl, you just showed up, okay? Of course, he's like, nah, we're going to get this on the record that this is bullshit. I know, there's so many OGs here. That's amazing. You guys, thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this community and helping us out along the way and not just being like, you dum-dums. No, you guys are so amazing.
I do appreciate it because sometimes I do feel like a dum-dum.
We're not dum-dums.
I don't know anything. And I'm like, I feel like I'm here, like hearing this and I'm just like, eyeballs,
Mm-hmm. Eyeballs. What about the eyeballs? We're gonna need that on merch team. Picture of Buffy eyeballs.
But no, like that's gonna be one of those things that think about later and go, I can't believe I did that on the stream.
I'm never gonna let you forget it.
but at the same time, it's like I do feel dumb, and I appreciate y'all not making me feel so dumb.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are amazing. We really appreciate all you guys. We're like, yes, they like us. All right, so but in any event, one unavoidable fact remains. Laura acknowledges that she is no longer pregnant with Clayton's child. Now it's just one, apparently, meaning there is no paternity to establish. There is nothing left for this court to adjudicate, and this case should be dismissed. Third, given Laura's acknowledgement that she is no longer pregnant, the only remaining issue is Clayton's request for attorney fees that upon information belief he did not personally incur, blah, 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 blah. Same bullshit thing. She's not pregnant. He raised money, blah, 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 blah. And now this case is moot, so let's just disappear it and move on with our lives. Oh, Alexis Linville, you sweet summer child. Oh boy. Wow.
Yikes.
And then the very last thing for 2023 is back to Owens versus Gillespie. Greg files another motion for court costs, right? But this time he's gotten some court costs from when Greg was his attorney, right? So Greg submits the court costs from Woodnick for court filings, okay? Not attorney, court filings, totaling $670.85, and wants Laura to pay that too, which, spoiler, she's probably going to be like, I'm not paying anything. So they're still arguing about that at the end of 2023. So that's what happens. That's what happened. Wow. What a year for them, man. Like, holy crap. Now I don't have any.
How does this end here? Like, I should ask, how doesn't this end here?
Yeah, right. Because we know it doesn't. We know that there is still.
I hear there's a very interesting lawyer coming up, and I'm not even sure how that happens if there's no baby now.
It's a good question. But it does, because Laura doesn't ever give up. And then she's mad because people won't stop talking about her. I just wanted to stop. Well, okay. Then maybe you should just stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like we're ending on a cliffhanger for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, where do you go from here? I don't know.
I don't know how you show back up in the world and just like, I'm not pregnant anymore, guys. It's fine. How do you like?
That's why I'm saying, like, how does this keep going? You just tortured this guy for 6 months about.
Does she blame Reddit?
Probably. She loses, no longer pregnant. She doesn't even say she loses the baby. She doesn't even describe what happened in the filing. There was a miscarriage. Nothing. Just no longer pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
It should be the end, but clearly it's not, because we're in the year 2026, the year of our Lord 2026, and we are still here. Mm-hmm. So how are we still here?
I mean, I'm surprised she didn't just be like, Reddit made me lose the babies. I'm going to sue all of Greg's accounts on Reddit. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they might try that card because it seems so ludicrous. So why not? We're going to sue each Reddit account individually for the loss of my invisible babies.
So Clayton wants to push a finding of non-paternity, and that's why we're still going?
Well, yes, that was one of they had 4 things. One is non-paternal, like he did not father any child. They want that ruling officially, which makes sense. You want that on the record.
No, but how do you do that when you no longer have a baby anymore?
Based on the paternity tests that were taken, I think a ruling can be, they did it how many times, so, and here's the thing too. Okay. Her delivering babies around this time, twins, isn't very uncommon. You know, twins are often preemies, aren't they? They usually come earlier and things like that.
Mhm.
So if she went into labor, it wouldn't be that, you know, ridiculous. The problem is that probably didn't happen. And what is she going to do when you're 8 months pregnant and you're like, oh, I'm not pregnant anymore? I can't wait to see how she is going to spin her wheel on this, because listen, she pissed me the fuck off with Greg and the abortion pill and what happened. And it was fine. It wasn't a problem at all. It just went to Sedonia the next day. It was totally fine, when that's not at all what fucking happens. And then the longer you're pregnant, the worse it's going to be. You know, the pain's going to be more, blood's going to be more. It's going to be a fucking nightmare if you did end up losing the babies, or, you know, still
Well, at this
or whatever.
point,
Like,
it's
you'd
a
have to go to the
birth.
hospital.
You're not even really having a miscarriage. You're having a stillbirth, right?
Right,
You're
exactly.
delivering. You're not even
Exactly.
You're not passing. You're delivering. You're gonna go through a full-on labor.
Yeah.
And
you're
gonna
have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So how are you backtracking here?
How-
on this?
how-
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. What's this hot gossip over here? She knew she would need a fetal death certificate because she was in our Discord. And so was saying that, oh, yeah, because she doesn't know anything about anything. Ooh, that's interesting. That's crazy. Oh, she gets creative when she lost the baby. I mean, she can't be that creative. She's on the record literally a month before this saying she's pregnant.
She had a big old pregnant belly. Remember, it jumped up and down in the video.
As if one does. No, it doesn't.
So was she pregnant then or no? Oh my gosh. This is
the lies. The lies.
My brain.
See? This is why Steve called you a dumbass. It makes sense. Why he called you a dumbass and a fucking moron. How are you going to backpedal on all this? Can't wait to fucking see it. My gosh, it's crazy. And let alone if she's going to, you know, take whatever she can from other people who've really experienced this. And I'm going to get pissed off and yell a lot, I feel, just like I did all the other times, because it's gross. I didn't say it was believable. That's true. All right. Well, just wait for it. Indeed, friends. Man. All right. Well, that is all I've got for you today. For my bestie members and higher, I'm going to be live at 3:00 for Llama Learns About. I haven't done one in a while, so we're going to do that today. And what are we going to learn about, Llama? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because I titled it Llama Learns About Perineum Sunbathing. If you don't know what a perineum is, it's your butthole. We're going to learn about butthole sunbathing, which apparently was a thing. I was like, I saw it the other night when I was scrolling, and I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to read this article. That's what I'm going to do for Llama Learns About anyway. Llama Learns About. Anyways.
Baking your butthole?
Sun tanning your butthole, apparently. It's the least crazy thing we've heard about.
I've heard of butthole bleaching.
Nope, it's suntan in your beehole. So, yeah. If
no,
you guys are bestie
my
members
luck,
and higher,
I would get a sunburn. I'm very fair-skinned.
Right, especially there. Like what? Anyway, I'm very excited to go into it because I don't know anything about it. So we'll be doing that here shortly. I'm going to take a quick little break, so I might be a few minutes late, but I'm around. Buttholes need attention too. Yeah, they do. So we'll be back with more Laura Owens coverage Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Leave us comments on the video. If you have questions, you're following along, you have more stuff, put it there. You can message either one of us on Discord if you're on there. You know who we are. We're Llama and Buffy there too. And I'm going to look through the stuff you sent, Jen, too, and see what else we can add to the list, because there's so much. I'm
just going to be buffering all day. I'm done. This whole weekend's blown for me.
Mr. Buffy is going to come home and you're just going to be like, the eyeballs. Eyeballs. He's gonna be like, what? What are you talking about? It's the eyeballs, Mr. Buffy.
There's 4 eyeballs. How? Like
how? Oh, well, you guys. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Stay safe, and unless you're coming to learn about buttholes with me, I'll be there. Otherwise, I'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful, safe weekend, and until next time.
Thank you for putting up with my crazy today. Sorry.
And the eyeballs.
The eyeballs. I'm never gonna get away from that.
Never. No, I won't let it. I won't let that happen at all. I'm gonna make a sticker for Discord for it and everything.
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs. All right, you guys. Until next time, go forth and be amazing. All right, and eyeballs. Bye.